We're live.
We're live. Hi.
Hey
Happy
guys.
Tuesday.
Welcome back to that 5% because we are that 5%, not that 1%, like some comments say. We are that 5%.
Yes, we are that 5%. And if you didn't know, that 5% is actually a lot. Okay. It means a lot. It's high value,
Exactly.
very
It's that
expensive.
5%. And speaking of, how was your day? How was your week since the last time I talked to you?
Oh, so I thought we were going to stage a coup at work. And then we found out that, like half of us have issues with the manager, and then we found out today the other half of us actually love the manager, so we're like,
Okay.
oh.
Oh,
But what we found out is that, like, the way the manager half of us don't like operates is
uh-huh.
actually very normal for that company. So we
Mm-hmm.
kind of realized, okay, so it doesn't matter what we do, it's just going to be like this. So that's
Mm.
work. I went to dance class, thoroughly embarrassed myself. We were doing fan kicks, and I kicked a girl in the face while we were
What?
Yeah, I accidentally kicked her while we were recording. So that's embarrassing. And I'm just
It
trying not to
happened.
think about it. I'm trying to sleep it off
It
and watch
happened.
the. Huh?
It happens. It happens. You're bound to F up at some point. So,
I f up all the time though. That's the that's the problem. So I don't know. Today was just, I don't know. Today was a weird kind of day. So just trying to
Mhm.
get my mind off of it, off of everything, off the
Well,
manager,
I'm
off of the.
sorry.
That's okay.
Your manager sounds like a piece of shit, though. From what you've told
uh,
me.
well, I mean, now that I know that this is the norm in the company, they're probably just mimicking what their manager did to them. And they're trying
Yeah.
to prove that, I'm the right manager for the job. And
Mm-hmm.
we'll just see how it goes, girl. I'm still trying to get this other job, okay?
Okay.
This other job that pays more. So we'll just see how it goes.
Okay. Okay, good. I had to put on my robe for a second because I was like, I want to be in my robe.
How was your day? You were having a marathon, like murder
Oh, I was watching
mystery?
Murders and Mysteries. So yeah, on the Hallmark channel they have Murders and Mysteries, and I was watching like what was it? Mysterious. I don't know. It was something with Carlos and Alexa Penavega. They're actually married in
Oh.
real life. And so they had like this murder mystery series. And so I was like watching now the third movie to it, and I was like, "Oh, I want to know who did it." So that happened. That was on from like 5 to 11. Yeah, that was on from
Wait,
5 to
so
11.
this Carlos and Alexa Penavega, they had they murdered each other or something?
No, they have a movie. Like they're in the
Oh, it's a
movie.
fictional movie.
Mm-hmm. They're in the movie,
Oh,
but
that's the kind of thing I would watch.
they're married in real life. It's cheesy, it's Hallmark, but they're married
No,
in real
that's
life.
what I like. I don't That's what I that's what I like. So I need to watch that. Where
Mhm.
is that on cable or like where do you
Oh, it's
watch
on
that? Hulu?
cable. It's on cable. It's Hallmark. It's the Hallmark channel.
No,
Yeah.
nobody has cable anymore. I guess
Well,
I
I
guess
guess
I'll
you can get their streaming too. So
I'll figure it out.
yeah.
That
But
sounds like something I like.
oh my gosh. But here's something you may not like. The
What?
comments, a nice good segue, right? But the comments
Oh
of
God.
Mysterious Tea, like I think this is one of those moments to where we can say we said what we said. And hey, Darnell, hey Jay, as far as like the Mysterious Tea things, I think I want to. We should let it be known that we're gonna have opinions, and this is not. I don't want this to be a channel where we are catering to people's opinions and we are only
Mm-hmm.
saying things that we know people who watch us. And I know we're a tiny channel out here in these streets, but still, I think from like day one, we should have like let it known, hey, like we're just because unfollow, unsubscribe if you don't agree with us. But I don't like comments like this isn't it, as if as if we're trying to
Mm-hmm.
like state opinions that are it for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
if you agree, you agree. If you disagree, you disagree. But and feel free to unsub, but don't expect me to feel bad because I stated my opinion. Like, no.
Yeah. Like the criticisms that we have of Mysterious Tea, they are the exact same criticisms we've had of other problematic YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the exact same criticisms y'all who are commenting have made of other YouTubers. So we're being consistent. If you don't like thinking critically about how even your fave behaves, then yeah, you're not part of that 5%. I'm sorry. We're just not. We're not doing this. Oh, we like this YouTuber, so don't say this. And we like that YouTuber, so don't say that. No, we don't play that.
Mm-hmm.
We are commentating, is that a word? We're commentating on what we see, what's trending. And if somebody is going to do and say and behave like other problematic people, we're going to call it out. Is what it is.
True.
Like don't watch tea, don't watch drama if you don't want to hear how your fave says something that they shouldn't have said.
And so I thought we should like look at the comments that was left under our Mysterious Tea video, because I honestly didn't feel like, whenever how many days ago this was, I still feel the same I do now. You know?
Yeah, I
I,
do.
I
It's so
don't.
this one person was going back and forth with me, and I'm like, I am so sorry. I don't know why you think you will make me think these things are okay. Just
Yeah.
going back and forth with me in the comments, but you're actually making me remember more and more things that I think Mysterious T did wrong. So
Mhm.
it actually made it worse. So I
Kat
guess
says it's just speculation. Hey, Kat, she says that it's just speculation. People can be so overly sensitive sometimes. Yeah.
here's the other thing I'm realizing from some of these comments. They think criticizing Mysterious means that we support Trisha Paytas.
I know. I know. I saw that. So Trisha does this and this and this, and you guys, what? What? I'm like,
I'm
okay,
like,
I'm not responding to
it's
this.
like they missed the part where I said Mysterious is behaving like Trisha, meaning both of them
Mm.
don't behave correctly.
Yeah.
And it also shows you that they don't watch our podcast, because we did a whole however many minutes, 30 minutes roasting Trisha and her new witch religion, whatever she's
I
doing.
know. And so here are some comments. Here's one person who I was actually sad. I think this was my pettiest thing. My first petty thing that I did in 2022 was
Okay.
about this commentary here. Because
Okay.
I talked to this person on my channel, and I follow this person, and like I liked their content, etc. And we posted like this 14-minute clip, and this person didn't even posted this comment that they made immediately without even watching the clip, because this comment was posted
Mm.
before like I think 2 minutes or 3 minutes after it was posted. I think it was like seconds, like
And it's a
56 seconds
15-minute
posted.
long video.
The 14-minute video. So I was like,
You can't even say you watch it at 2 times speed. No.
I know. So I was upset, and so this person unsubbed. So my pettiest thing that I did was, and I think I was hurt because I received some shitty ass. I mean, I received a lot of stuff, and I'm never bothered, because this is what this person said. Mysterious did an incredible amount of research and a genuine service to the YouTube community. She may have had to correct in a tone for past mistakes, but I don't see how that is anything close to the actions of Trisha Paytas. This take is not it. So here's what's not it. What's not it is that you are telling me, like, I didn't realize that I had to all of a sudden, speak opinions and have takes that are yours. So that's one. And honestly, I don't know why I'm not saying the name. I just feel like if you're writing on a YouTube channel, then you don't care if this is like public. So it's not like I'm
Yeah, then you
doing
don't care that people see that you said what you said.
right. So so I'm gonna say Taylor, and like I don't. And by the way, this isn't like who's ever watching. This isn't supposed to be like, oh my gosh, hate on this person. I'm just having a conversation.
Oh yeah, no, do
But
not go send hate
Yeah,
to
this isn't what it's
anybody.
about. This is just so it was my first. I'm just telling you guys what happened. So this was like my the first comment that we received on this video. I know because I was sitting on a couch. I was in a really good mood, drinking some hot chocolate, and I saw this, and I immediately was like, "What?" Because I had sat there and watched this chick's video, subscribed to her. We back and forth had comments, like talked in the past. So I went on my channel, not our channel, but I went on my channel. Petty, I blocked her. I blocked her, and I was like,
Oh.
if she does comment, the only comment she's gonna see is hers, and no one else is gonna see it. I was like,
Well,
no, I got so mad because she didn't even watch the video.
well,
She
I
didn't watch the
mean,
clip.
she was petty, so you know.
And I got so mad by it because instantly didn't subscribe and posted this right away without watching it. So,
Yeah.
and then she assumed that, Trisha Paytas' actions, like no one is agreeing with Trisha Paytas just
Yeah,
because we
nobody said.
disagree with Mysterious. That doesn't mean that I fucking agree with fucking Trisha.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean
Like,
that.
it's weird. It's like we there are a lot of problematic people who contribute to society, right? Bill Cosby provided a lot of great things and opportunities to society, but he still did what he did. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Woody Allen makes great movies. He still did what he did. If y'all too young to know, he was touching underage people he shouldn't have been touching.
Hey,
I mean,
Davida.
so like there are a lot of people who do great work. Mysterious T, she did a great job. And as this person commented, there are things in Mysterious's past that she needs to atone for. So it's like you agree with us, but you didn't even watch the video to hear that you agree with us. It's
I
like
know.
they just assume if you say something about Mysterious, then you support Trisha or you think Mysterious is as bad as Trisha. It's like, what? I don't understand what, because almost everyone who gets upset when you talk about Mysterious, they have the same talking point. So I don't know, like, if there's a Discord that they're all in and they all make sure they're on the same page of how to be illogical. I don't know, but they all they all do it. It's really weird. It's annoying.
To me, it was a personal thing. Hold on. Kat says, I don't pay much attention to her, but I always found she talks like her opinion is fact. Oh, hey, Anne.
Yes, I 100% agree. She posts some good evidence. Um, but sometimes she just is stating her opinion. And sometimes her opinion is a really bad take and she states it like it's a fact. So, yeah, we're going to call that out.
Well, so yeah. So this all the other comments, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, and the thing is, this isn't even the worst comment I've ever seen on YouTube, you know? I had
Mm.
someone call me a hippo and Lizzo and like
Oh
I
my
don't even know.
god.
Like people call me so many things, but it was this comment I took so freaking personal because I was like,
Cuz you kind of know them.
all
You
the
have a
comments, well,
parasocial relationship.
yeah, and all the comments that like we go back and forth and like I literally went through literally just the day prior. She'd left so many comments. She's like, "Oh, I'm so excited you're doing a video on Creep Show, blah, blah, blah." All this. And then you unsub from a video that you didn't even see. And yeah, so I was so mad. So
Oh.
yeah.
Well, there will be more.
I
There will
know. I
be
have to
more
find another knitting
people.
channel. She doesn't.
And oh, I see Mike the comment I left. That's the other thing. If criticizing Mysterious automatically means we're on the side of Trisha, that means they agree that Mysterious's channel is just an anti-Trisha channel.
I know.
So why are they getting mad at us for saying it? They already
I
know.
know. I know. I want to read some more.
Oh yeah, Ruben Flores says, I think he's responding to when I said she states her opinions as facts.
uh-huh.
And Ruben Flores says she backs up everything she says with proof. No, not everything. This is the trick. I don't think she does it on purpose. I just think she doesn't realize what she's doing. But
Mhm.
she will have a lot of evidence for something and she will jump to a conclusion that's too far. It's
Mhm.
too far, or she will put in an opinion that's not related, but because you were just so inundated with screenshots and evidence, you're just going to take it. You're just going to be like, "Oh, okay." I'm not saying that she's intentionally trying to manipulate people, but
Mm-hmm.
it manipulates how you view and take in her opinion. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that she never puts evidence or anything like that. She does, but sometimes she slips in a problematic opinion and y'all are just eating it up. So
Mm-hmm.
that's precisely why I'm calling it out, so that maybe somebody will think and realize, "Oh, wait a second. Let me re-listen to that with a clearer head."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I think I agree with you that people are really not listening. Like I mean, I think what it is people are when you're a stan, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
have people like well, you have people like you still support Shane Dawson, James Charles, etc. So it's understandable, but people were
Mhm.
really taking out their anger. There was one comment. Let me read the newest one real quick. There was one comment I saw in the notification that said, it said, ladies, jealous much? And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it
So
was like, really? It can't be because we
hmm.
actually had a point and, it's because
Yeah.
we're jealous.
It's like, okay, criticizing someone, questioning someone doesn't mean that you're actually thinking. It just means you're jealous. So maybe this person, holla, it's Heather 33 with no profile picture. Maybe she's jealous since she's
No,
trying to
it's
criticize us.
and it's so annoying because I feel like I always have to pull like this, like, I always have to sound like, listen, guys, I have an Instagram with 77,000 followers, okay? Like, I always feel like because people always judge you based off on your numbers. So
Hmm.
it's like I don't sit there and I feel like
Oh
I always have
yeah.
to constantly say, "Hey guys, like I was getting paid from social media since 2014. Like this isn't like, oh my gosh, my time to rise and shine. Like I was doing this prior to fucking
Yeah.
YouTube." And so
Like
I hate when people use the number games. Like, listen, go to my Instagram. I have 70 freaking thousand followers. I help so many people
that's
get
more than
to like
yeah.
I know there's so many people who like. I remember just the other day I was looking on Instagram and there was this dude that I would like always like promote his shit and stuff, and now he's like making so much money, like over $100,000 a month
Oh
on YouTube.
wow.
Yeah, and this other
I
dude
don't know.
is like in a Netflix movie, and I'm like, and it was so
Yeah,
funny
these
because I
people
would
are
use his
mhm.
clips on my Instagram because it's a meme page. If you guys don't know, it's a whole meme page that I created in 2014. But my whole point is that I feel like I always have to like bring it out like, "Hey guys, I have to show you my
Mhm.
numbers." So people can take because people don't take you seriously and they just think you're jealous if you don't have like a certain amount of followers to back up.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
then what would
annoying.
be funny if this person could see, let's say we had 50,000 subscribers, I don't know. Then they
Mhm.
would say we're bullying because we're a bigger channel. So it's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
if somebody really likes a particular person, there's no way to criticize that person without them being upset and trying to attack you in some way.
Mhm. Mhm. I have a strawberry in my mouth.
Man, I wish I had strawberries. No.
I was hoping we would talk this a little bit more longer. um,
Oh yeah, this
wait,
person
do we?
says 7 of your last 10 videos are creep show art. So aren't you doing the same? Well, I don't think this person actually listened to what I said.
Well, not
I don't.
even. I responded to this one and I
Oh
said,
yeah.
"Those were video highlights from the live. Goodbye." That's what I said. I was like, "Those are video highlights from the live. Goodbye," because it's not the same thing. I'm just taking it and putting it into a different. So because not everyone was gonna sit and watch a 5 hour goddamn live. There were so many other video clips that I wanted to use. There's like
Yeah.
people were gonna be like, I still might use it
Yeah.
because we did a
And
5 hour
obviously
freaking
it
live.
works because all the stands, I don't know if they have a Google alert that alerts them whenever mysterious tea is posted somewhere, but
Mm-hmm.
we didn't title the live Mysterious Tea. It was only whatever highlights are titled, and those are the ones that catch your eye. So
Right.
that's the whole point. The whole point is to get you in so you
Mhm.
see the type of topics we talk about and then watch the live. But
Mhm.
Deirdre didn't want to do that. When that person read what you wrote, I think they said that they're going to unsubscribe. And that's fine. I am totally fine with stands not if you get if it offends you so much that we could have anything to say that Mysterious T should do ABC better because it's a harmful narrative that she's putting across. If that offends you that much, you really shouldn't be subscribed.
Mhm.
This is not the channel for you. You're going to be crying a lot because we're going to talk about a variety of people and we don't know which one you stand and which one you don't. We just going to talk about them.
Another one says, Jessica says, y'all are stupid. She's nothing like Trisha. Trasha. Laugh out loud, and she's right. It doesn't have anything to do with it. Laugh out loud. She took Trasha's words and showed that she was lying. Anyways, your take is whack.
You didn't listen to the take. The the only thing you heard was Mysterious acts like Trisha. You didn't listen to how this Mysterious it's like you just hear something, it just makes them so mad. Why are they so attached to Mysterious? That's what I don't understand. What is it about Mysterious that just makes them so heated? Like, I get if it was Nicki Minaj, there's a lot of fans, a lot of stans, there's a lot of Beyonce stans. What is it? Is it really just because she made a video stringing things together that you're now obsessed with Mysterious? I don't get that.
Well, here's the thing. Let it be known, I appreciate a video with receipts. I appreciate a video
Absolutely.
because it takes a really long time. It takes a long time to, make videos, try to bring together receipts, try to.
Takes a long time. Then she was trying to
Mhm,
figure out how to keep it up without, Trisha taking it down. We absolutely respect that
mhm,
video, and that video put together receipts and then allowed people like myself. I was one of the first people to say, go watch this video. Why aren't the other T channels talking about this video?
mhm,
So, I mean, don't get it twisted. We're not saying that she didn't do a good video. We're just saying there's certain things that she has done that is problematic. I
yeah,
don't,
and
and the fact that that upsets people is just so bizarre to me. Like, the way she
mhm.
behaved in certain situations is similar to how Trisha Paytas would behave in that same situation. And y'all know it's true because
Well,
y'all be
I
like,
don't.
well, there's something that she should say sorry for. Okay, that's what I'm saying. She didn't say sorry.
Yeah, that's true. And here's like one more if you're getting tired of the reading the comments thing before we move on. From Fabiola. Is that, am I saying that right? Fabiola,
Fabiola.
Fabiola. She said that she has other videos about other subjects, not just about Trisha. I have watched lives where she addresses the Shane Dawson thing too. It's a bit embarrassing to claim that all she covers is Trisha when it's not true. Laugh out loud.
We didn't say that's the only thing she covers. We said she does it a lot. Like Hello Leash does Gabbie Hanna.
Well, I
Hello
think
Leash. Hello Leash covered more than just Gabbie Hanna, but it was a lot of Gabbie Hanna. She got
yeah.
her boost from Gabbie Hanna, and to keep the money train going, she keeps talking about Gabbie Hanna. That's what Mysterious does with Trisha.
Well, I
Like,
think
why?
we
I
did
feel like people are
say.
playing dumb. Okay,
Well,
what do you say? What do you
yeah,
say?
so people are playing dumb, but we did say, yeah, all she does is talk about Trisha, but I think people know what we're saying. Obviously,
Mhm.
there are some videos here and there, but the problem is it's only here and there. And
And the
that's what I'm
thing
saying.
is,
Like,
she deleted the videos that aren't about Trisha from
mhm,
earlier. She deleted them because they showed that she was a Shane Dawson stan, and she wanted people to she wanted people to stop bringing it up. So,
mhm.
I mean, like, y'all just go look at her channel. I,
And hold on.
I don't
Anne
know.
says, and a lot of people just don't think critically. They just don't think for themselves. They don't know how to. You have to learn to think critically, apply it.
That's
It's a
true.
skill. So, yeah, consider the sources.
That's true.
And
And
Let's.
that's exactly why people were trying to get Mysterious to properly address the Shane Dawson stuff. People are like, she did
Mhm.
address it. I'm sorry. When she says, I will block you if you ask me about Shane Dawson, if that's what you're considering addressing, stop, get out, stop. These
Mhm.
people need to stop. But that's why people were asking her about it, because they want to consider the
Taylor
source.
Man. Mhm. Yeah, I agree with you. People. Oh, okay. Lillian says, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, Lillian. Welcome into that 5%.
So,
So,
what should we talk? So we have a lot of things we want to talk about. We want to talk about Ari Fletcher, James Charles, and Ethan Klein drama, Gabbie Hanna.
mm,
Do you want to start with Gabbie Hanna?
okay. Yeah, I have no idea what the issue is. I just, something about Paramore,
Mm-hmm.
which I love that band. Oh my God.
But I got it what I wanted now.
That was a song forever. And I would download it off LimeWire. People in the chat would be like,
Yeah,
what's
the one that like
LimeWire?
killed our computers.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
God, does it feel so good? Yeah.
So
Um.
this guy, I saw this guy, and because we were considering should we watch this guy or Hot Tea, and then I realized that Hot Tea just watches this guy. So I'm like, okay,
Oh.
then let's just watch the original guy, and y'all
Mhm.
should check him out. I'm actually I actually get notifications from him because
Mhm.
I just like him. I just like, how he talks about things, and he's just really chill.
I
His
love
name.
his laptop, like the pink, the keyboard lighting
Oh,
in the back.
cool.
That's
I
so
didn't even
cute.
notice that.
Yeah, I'm all for backgrounds. Like someone can talk, and all I'm looking at is the background.
Wow.
Mhm.
But his name is Elijah Blaine. So go check him out, because Hot Tea has like 31,000 views of her watching his video, and he only has 2,000. I'm like, that's not
I feel like you're
fair.
throwing shade at Hot Tea, though. That's not her
No, no,
fault.
no, I'm not.
That's not her fault.
No, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying, it would be nice. It's nice when the original person gets, their big
Oh,
ups.
yeah, of
That's
course,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, when
Mhm.
that's all that I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
So go check out Elijah Blaine.
Mhm. Oh, Davita says that, she loved LimeWire.
Oh my gosh. It was so good. Apparently somebody told me that Lil Nas X, it's not LimeWire that he got on, but something similar and newer than LimeWire. And he would upload his music, but title it like if it was Christmas time, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, to trick
Mhm.
people into downloading his music. And
Oh,
so that's
yeah.
that's like one of his little secrets to how he got big. I'm like, he
I
would do
remember
that.
those assholes that would do that, and you had to, like, kinda press preview to see if it was really that person. Oh my god, I love LimeWire, but it definitely damages our computers. Oh, yeah. Let's give this, dude Elijah. Let's hear
When
him
does
out.
he start talking about it?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even do a video test. Let me know if you can hear this when I press play. I forgot to do a video test before we press play.
Channel to all
Yeah,
of
we
you
can
that
hear
are
it.
making
I
Okay.
think he
my
starts
most
talking
recent
about it
video
at
to
2
our video.
minutes.
Thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel, for
Yeah,
commenting,
y'all go
for
subscribe to
engaging,
him.
for spending time.
You know what, though, real quick? One of my pet peeves is that I never ever want to ask anyone to like or subscribe, at least in the beginning of my video, because it's not fair. How am I supposed to know whether I like it or not? Like, how
No,
am
I
I
just
supposed to
do
know if
it
I wanted to
because
subscribe to you or not?
I'm one of those people that if you tell me to subscribe, now I will actually consider subscribing. And if you tell me to like, I'll like. If you don't tell me, I will forget to do it.
No, I won't
I'm
do
I'm
it
one of those.
unless I actually like the video. And that's another thing. I won't just watch a video and leave it. Once I press play, I'm committed. So
Oh,
I'm committed to
see,
watching the video.
most of us aren't like that. See, no, we're not like that. I will thoroughly enjoy a video, watch from beginning to end, and not hit like.
Mhm.
I just forgot. I'm just on to the next video. So if you
No,
don't
I'm not.
say it, I'm gonna forget.
Not me. Mm-mm. Likes are important. Being subscribed is important. I know that. It's in my head constantly. I'm gonna watch your video and hear you out,
Well,
and then I'll
you
like
are
them.
the ideal YouTube viewer then.
I'm just saying. I like to watch the whole thing, give them the long watch time hours. And anyways, let me just press play.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of bands from that era though.
Hold on, I don't want to listen.
Okay, so right off the bat, it sounds pretty what's the word, rudimentary, if you will, in kind of the darker pop punk post-hardcore genre.
She gives me Ashley Simpson vibes.
Very standard, kind of that slightly electronic drums,
like
that
fake
Alice Glaciers
rocker,
vibe, or maybe
lip
like an Emarosa
stinker.
vibe, if you will.
Okay, hold up. That was a compliment. Okay, we're not gonna hate on Ashley Simpson. Okay, Autobiography was hands down the best freaking album ever. In the whole lip singing thing, she had a bad voice at the time. We love Ashley Simpson out here in these streets.
That's all I remember of her is her
Autobiography was
I'm
lit.
so sorry. I'm sure it was
lit.
good. I just don't remember. I only remember.
Okay. So Gabbie Hanna, it's actually a compliment. And I've always stated this, no matter how many videos I made on Gabbie Hanna, one of the things I've always stated is that her new music gives me Ashley Simpson vibes. Yeah. But anyways.
Definitely there in that first verse. I walked the boulevard of broken hearts in stolen shoes. Like, obviously, I'm gonna immediately think Green Day, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, like Boulevard of Broken whatever. Like, that's not the most original lyric, but hey,
it's an homage, I'm sure.
Really comfort Gabbie on that because, like, if you listen to this genre, you know that like pretty much every different band just kind of has their own unique way of interpreting it at this point after years and years of this music being out there. And I still love this music. I think a lot of people do. And yeah, sounds very rudimentary so far. Okay. I met the devil.
What's wrong with
no
this?
Plan and with nothing to lose.
So far.
We like to light the fuse and watch the chaos that ensues. This line to me, this first verse, in my opinion, is probably about. Oh my God, what's her name? This line, in my opinion, is probably about Jessie Smiles. I met the devil with no plan,
let me see.
With nothing to lose. We like to light the fuse and watch the chaos that ensues. We drove from paradise to hell, but I enjoyed the view. So yeah, this first verse is definitely talking about how Gabbie Hanna, whenever she started kind of in social media, she was much more successful then than she is now. In other words, like she kind of achieved that American dream of being like a popular YouTuber with lots of.
Let's be fair. I think he's just, analyzing it, and it makes sense, but we don't know for sure if this was about Jessie.
I'm not following. I don't see how it's about Jessie.
Anne says, yeah, Ashley Simpson is a compliment. Oh, that's so sweet. Ashley Simpson is harmless. I don't think Gabbie would take it as one, though. Too tame for how she sees herself. Ashley Simpson
I agree with that N-word. I think if Gabbie Hanna heard you say that you remind her of Ashley Simpson and you're like, no, it's a compliment, I don't think Gabbie would see it as a compliment. I don't.
And then Anne says, yeah, this guy is too much. No, Ashley Simpson. Well, it depends how you like. Ashley Simpson is a person who I still listen to till this day. I have autobiography bought the album, have everything. It's still like plastered in my room next to the OC posters.
But I think
still.
Gabbie Hanna would want to think she's grittier than Ashley Simpson.
I still think that's a compliment. So I don't know.
I think it's a compliment. I'm disagreeing with Ann Word that we don't think Gabbie would see it as a compliment.
Ann says, yeah, this guy is too much. Well, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
How are you getting?
I know. How are you getting?
I just want to. Where's the Jessie Smile in it? But I want to know, where did she steal from Paramore? That's the
I know. Well, I think what he's gonna do, he's gonna go through this video. It's fine. Let's just go through it with him. Okay. He's gonna go through the video, and then I'm sure he may go, then compare it to Paramore. I hope so. If he does not, I feel like he would. I feel like he would. So let me stop.
Followers, plenty of money. And now look at what has happened. So yes, she has gone from paradise to hell, and I'm sure she did enjoy the view. Light the fuse and watch the chaos that ensues. Well, that is not even that metaphorical, to be honest with you, because she does start drama, and I believe that she probably does like to watch the chaos.
I agree with him. She starts drama. She knows what she's doing. She likes it.
You're like, why did it press pause?
I'm disagreeing with him. That I think that whole line is about how she starts drama, and she's like, enjoying. I mean, she said it herself. She enjoys watching the chaos that she's causing. So I agree with him.
Lillian says it's like the English teacher who reads too deep. The blue door.
I know.
Yo, I kid you not.
And then you get minus 10. You didn't talk about the blue door.
I know, it's so funny. I remember, this reminds me, this gives me AP English vibes. I was the only Black kid in that class, and it gives me AP English senior year where we talked about what the invisible man, and they were just they wanted us to analyze a sentence, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Can a sentence just be a sentence? Don't you feel like sometimes people just give the authors way too much credit than what they actually meant to say, and a whole entire class is just sitting there analyzing the sentence, and I'm like, maybe they just wrote the fucking sentence and moved on.
But as I got older, then I don't know if it's maybe my prefrontal cortex needed to grow more, but I'm like, oh, I totally see why the teacher thought the blue door meant something. But it took me so long to get it. I did not get it.
But does it really mean? Don't you ever think though that sometimes these people are just fucking with us? You know what I mean?
I'm so sure there's an author who's done that. I know there's painters who do that they paint something and they're trying to mess with you. Actually, I just I like blueberries. I don't know, something
right.
Random.
They'll be throwing paint at the canvas, and then they'd be like, what do you think this means to you? While all they were probably
this is really it's a statement about the state of society right now. Actually, I just slipped and the paint fell and I liked how it looked.
Right. Compared to Gabbie Hanna's poetry. I was gonna say something mean, but I won't. It's not supposed to bash. No. All right.
It's not. My fucking hair, y'all.
Oh, Davida says that she was the only black kid in AP classes too.
Yeah, I was in AP IB, so I know what that's like.
Let's do the pre-chorus. Oh my god. This is a Paramore song. That is the same.
Which song though? Because all the songs sounded like this back then.
He's going to show us the
reacting.
song.
I'm just giving my raw reaction. Well, let me see this song.
It does sound like a Paramore song, though. I'm not gonna lie. It just does.
My argument is all of the songs back then sounded like Paramore songs. That's my argument. Amberlynn, Flyleaf. Who else, girl?
You know what? A lot of, I would say, the bands like I tear my heart open, I do myself short, my weaknesses.
Well, that
But I
doesn't sound.
care
That
to
doesn't
do my.
sound like.
No,
No,
but I'm
there were.
saying a lot of the guy bands were like that, like Green
Yeah.
Day, "Wake Me Up." When no, they had a different. They had a. They had a
But no,
different
but that
vibe.
sounds different. But what I'm saying is, Paramore started like this whole genre of bands that sound like Paramore. So that's why I'm
Mhm.
saying I need to know what's the Paramore song, because every it could just be it sounds like Paramore, not that it took like a riff from Paramore or something. So
Okay.
I want
All
to see
right.
the song.
All right.
As a Paramore song. Oh my god.
It's so dramatic.
You guys. Okay,
Oh,
so
let me
when
see
that
this one.
chorus came in, I was literally like flashbacked to this video of Paramore because that is exactly how
Oh, he
this
has a
chorus
timestamp
of Monster by
ready.
Paramore kind of starts out. That that chord that was played on the guitar, just as soon as it came in on that chorus.
That does not sound like.
You guys hear it?
No,
You
go back.
hear
Let's
it?
hear.
This is a Paramore ripoff.
No, not you,
in
him.
my opinion. This is allegedly a Paramore ripoff. I mean, Gabbie Hanna.
No, play the whole thing.
Let's just listen to the whole chorus.
Okay, let's hear. Play Loving You.
Okay.
Now
okay.
play.
Let me go back just a second.
Let me hear this one.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it, because that chorus, that guitar riff, all of the songs back then had that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This can go either way, in my opinion, and this can go either way. Let's read some comments. Yeah, a lot of groups were Paramore E. I'm loving Blossom renditions from this unnamed genre. He did flashback. Rose was triggered.
He was like, if you can see into the future.
Nah, Gabbie gets a pass for me. Yeah. Thanks, Anne. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm like,
This could go either way. They could either one or not. I don't know if I necessarily see a judge, because, like, the little guitar that I do know, I just know basic chords. Bar chords are always very hard for me, but it sounds like, normal, like, basic chords that are used in, you know what I mean? Back in the day, they always use, like, the G chord, the A chord, like the basic chords that they always use back and forth to play songs different bands did. And so this doesn't sound like an exact copy, And I think it's quite possible people are kind of looking for something to be mad at with Gabbie here. It's possible.
I think so, because I also just searched to see, did Paramore sue over this or something? And no, it's literally just that Elijah had his flashback, and so people are reacting to that. And I think I think this is one of those things where, like, somebody brings up an interesting point to think about, and then all the haters like, oh my god,
right.
So,
I do think people are upset, and I'm not, and I hate that I always have to put a disclaimer, like, I'm not trying to stick up for Gabbie, but
we're not Gabbie Hanna fans. Before somebody's like, you're jealous, we just like to think.
And the thing is, it shouldn't even matter if we're not, but it shouldn't matter. I think this is just we could still have a conversation about this. And I think people they know that Gabbie Hanna is left YouTube for now, but I think that they want to ruin her music career too, because they know that's what she really wants to do, music and paint. And so I think
Mm,
so as soon as someone jumps on any trend of her
mhm.
copying something for music, they're going to be like, everyone's jumping on it, because so far this isn't enough to me to say that Gabbie copied Paramore.
Yeah. I agree with you. This is it's not enough to me,
Mhm.
especially considering that sound. Insert a plethora of bands. They like somebody said in the chat, like after Paramore and around that time, there was just an explosion of bands that sounded like Paramore. Like,
Mhm. Hey,
yeah.
Jaden.
Different.
Oh yeah,
I don't
and
know.
also she sampled, which is another thing that I feel like young people don't I feel like a lot of young people don't know what sampling is.
I don't know what sampling is either. What is sampling?
It's like when you do purposely take something from a song, but it's on purpose. Or like you're purposely inspired by a song like that. I Walk a Boulevard of Broken Whatever. She obviously took that from Green Day. Like that's on purpose.
I
Like
know,
that.
but don't you still need some type of permission for that, or is that just considered
No,
like?
I know for for actual sampling, you're supposed to put credits. And here's the other thing, since this is just people kind of taking what this guy said and going off with it, sometimes when there's a situation like this, there are actual credits. It's just that nobody checked.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I need more information.
Same.
In my opinion, Gabbie Hanna owes them a songwriting credit though, because that is definitely the song.
If I'm just being honest here, did it look like he was already gonna go in and say that she copied him? Like, did
Yeah,
it
I mean,
already sound like it?
he already didn't like it. He right off the bat is like, this is so rudimentary. And I'm like, well, we haven't even heard the first stanza.
I don't know. I mean, he obviously heard this before recording, because
Yeah.
he already had it. He already had it time stamped where he wanted us to listen to. So I get it, but I don't know. I just kind of feel
It
like this
sounds too
wasn't
generic. It's
a
yeah, like
fair.
somebody said it sounds generic. It sounds like a generic Paramore sound. So I
Mhm.
don't know.
Right, because how many are we gonna go after all the other people that kind of sound like Paramore too?
Mhm.
You know,
Because yeah, Lillian's talking about Olivia Rodrigo. Did Olivia Rodrigo give Paramore credit? I don't know.
she gave Taylor Swift credit. Let me tell you, I feel like there's some beef there because Taylor Swift came out with her album, and usually Olivia is congratulating her, etc. It was whispers. It was silence when Taylor Swift came out with like Taylor's version or something like that. My sister was informing me on the latest drama with that, but still, Olivia gave credit to a lot of people. So,
Oh yeah, she later on gave Paramore credit for that
mhm.
for one song.
She gave credit to
Hmm.
so many people. So I don't know. Yeah, Dragonfly. Wait, is it really? Yeah, Dragonfly 517 says, but I agree he's doing a bit much. I do think he went into this video already saying like he was going to agree. It just doesn't seem like he's giving this a fair. He looks like he's trying to give it a fair, but I'm not really certain.
He
I
doesn't
don't
look like he
know.
he didn't seem like he was trying to me. I mean, when you started off with we only heard 3 counts, this is rudimentary. We already know it's not going to be a fair fight.
I know.
We're just waiting to hear what his full opinion is. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to be fair too. Well, but the reason why I say fair is because he is going through the lines and everything as if he's trying.
No, girl,
Or
he
maybe it's
wasn't trying.
performative.
He was
I don't know.
roasting the lines. He was.
Okay.
It was a roast from the beginning.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to say something nice here about him, like
I
Elijah.
mean, it's not. It's not bad. It's just
Do you see? Do you see
I'm
why you don't like and subscribe if we watch the whole thing? Huh?
listen, I have been subscribed to him and receive his notifications. I'm not gonna unsubscribe.
No,
I
I'm not telling you to unsubscribe. I'm not telling anyone to actually go subscribe. Please go subscribe
yeah,
to him.
go
I'm sure
subscribe
he's
to him.
amazing. Okay, please. But what I'm saying is that that's why I like to sit and watch the whole thing before
Oh
before
yes.
I decide if I'm going to like a video or not. That's why you never hear me, guys. Like and subscribe. Please press that notification. Like I never say any of that because I feel like everyone has brains of their own, and if they want to watch, they'll subscribe. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
one time I saw one guy comment like, since you, not to me, but to someone else, since you asked me to like a video that I haven't even watched, I'm now purposely not gonna like this video. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm still
Mhm.
gonna say like and subscribe in the beginning.
I don't. It's annoying. It's annoying. I never say it.
That popped into my head as soon as we got to the chorus, and like every time I hear it, I just want to sing the Paramore song. What I am going to say though is that this genre is really well suited to Gabbie's voice. That's what I am going to say. Just in
There
her
we go.
defense.
Now he's saying
I will say
something
that
on the other
song,
side.
although is very similar to Monster by Paramore in lots of ways.
Mhm.
It's also got some Isles and Glaciers vibe. It's just like, it's not, I wouldn't necessarily say that the song is greatly original. I wouldn't say that because I have just heard 100 songs from probably 100 different pop punk bands that sound just like this.
Exactly
Oh,
like
okay.
this. Yeah, that's the
The
point.
thing
Yeah.
about it is that there's also 100 pop artists, 100 R&B artists that all sound the same. It's just like those finer, like minute kind of details that go into making the song that kind of like make it more unique and kind of like allow the song to gravitate with a more specific niche or person, I suppose you could say. I will say that like what I'm going to say is that the song is not bad. Okay, it's not a bad song at all. It's totally fine. And what I will say about this as well is that it does fit Gabbie's voice really, really well.
It does.
What is a shame is that it only has 10,000 views.
But
And most of Gabbie's views have over a million or so.
why did you throw that in there?
The shade.
No.
Tell me you don't like Gabbie Hanna without telling me you don't like Gabbie Hanna.
You had to throw that in there.
Or maybe because this only had 10,000 views, maybe that's why. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't have 10,000 views now that we're all talking about it, but maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the plan all along, is that we talk about this and then, not just we,
Give
but
her a little
actually
boost.
people. Yeah.
Let me see.
Most of it does. So even though she ripped off Paramore, I guess it's okay because it was Shadow Band. And also,
he's saying it's Shadow Band. Now it has 90,000.
Oh, 90,000?
Which is still low. I mean,
wait, what was Shadow Band?
So you know how, remember when Gabbie Hanna's like, I'm shadow banned, YouTube is shadow banning me, my videos used to get way more views, my music used to get way more views. So, so ever since then, Gabbie believes she's shadow banned. So, like, I'm guessing Elijah,
he's making a joke.
Yeah, either he's making a joke or he truly believes it because, like, Gabbie's views are really bad. Have you seen her channel lately? Like, compared to, she has 5.37 million subscribers, and the last video she posted 6 days ago only has 25,000 views. There's videos that have less than 10,000 views. Like, so that's, I don't think she's shadow banned. Well, maybe she is, but I think it's a lot of people are not interested in some of these videos, some of this stuff.
Look, I think if she really truly felt that way, there are two good examples of two good people that just started a new channel. Swoop, she started a new channel, and her engagement is doing pretty well. And Ethan Klein, who just started a new channel, H3 TV,
Oh my
is almost
gosh.
close to 100,000 subscribers.
I'm helping
So,
you. You turned me on to that H3 TV, and I'm so excited because it looks like the kind of content I like. So I immediately subscribed.
hmm yeah, like I know. I now he makes me want to watch like a lot of my 600-pound life.
Why? Oh, because he
So
has a video about the 700-pound dude. I can't wait to watch that. Like when I'm falling asleep, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch the whole channel. Oh no, and where it's Swoop's new channel is Swoop.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. Her old channel was something. I forgot what it
yeah,
was, but
Swoop had an old channel that got shadow banned, so she made Swoop, which is the new channel, which you're
hmm
probably subscribed to now.
yeah.
Paramore. Is it a bad song? No. Is it original? No. Not in my opinion. In my opinion, it's Paramore ripoff. Let's hear more.
No, I don't want. We can move on. I don't want to hear more.
I kind of do though.
Really, okay.
Well, then I'll switch her.
Oh my god. See, this is the thing about Gabbie Hanna music. This is why I can't fully enjoy the music anymore. She's her music is about her drama. And it's so annoying. That line, I captured millions and killed them so I could feel alive. You've wasted hours devouring every single lie. Like we believing the Escape the Night people over her. Do you get what I'm saying? It's basically her horrible videos that she deleted, but in music form. And once I realized that, because I really used to respect Gabbie for doing her music, I respected her songwriting, I really liked it, and then I saw an interview where she was talking about, oh yeah, this song is about after XYZ drama. And I was like, wait a second. And I listened to all her music. And I'm like, oh my God, all of these are about her drama. And I can't anymore. I can't listen anymore because it's so annoying.
All right, we'll turn it off. Okay. I don't know. I think overall this could, like, if Paramore wanted to make this a lawsuit, they probably could.
They
But I
won't.
don't
They
think
didn't even want to sue Olivia Rodrigo. They were just like, oh, that's so cool.
like I don't know. I think people are just talking shit. I think people want to see Gabbie Hanna fail. I think people know Gabbie Hanna wants to go into music and paint. And so they're kind of using any avenue they can to destroy that future for her as well. That's what it sounds like to me, whether you like Gabbie or hate her. That's what it sounds like with this. Like, give me, like, I'd rather watch something that's more concrete, like something that, I am down if if, like, for instance, I was able to agree with like Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada when that whole Escape the Nightmare came out, Escape the Night thing, because we were able to watch videos of them debunking every single thing Gabbie Hanna stated. So that is like, okay, that's concrete. I can believe that. I can't believe this. I feel like people really just don't want this girl to succeed. And I get it. Like, I get that she has a lot to apologize for, but at the same time, I'd rather talk about something, or I'd rather complain about or bitch about something that's worth bitching about. And to me, this isn't. She's not hurting anyone. She's trying to create music. Let her do the damn thing. So that's my opinion with that.
Well, I think this guy just, it's like, oh, it sounds like Monster. And I think people, because when I'm looking at other videos about this or like other commentary about it, they're just like, oh my God, there's going to be a lawsuit. They're blowing it so out of proportion. It's literally just a guy saying that it sounds like a Paramore song. It's just him talking about what he thinks, and they blow it out. So I think I agree with you that I think is people trying to latch onto any little thing. Oh my gosh, we found this guy said this. Oh, that's what I think too.
You know what I was thinking right now, real quick, before we move on? I was just thinking, oh, we could totally make a highlight about how we just think Gabbie Hanna did not copy Paramore, and I feel like people are gonna be like, "How dare you?" You know what I mean? I feel like
What's going to be so stupid is you're going to title it "Gabbie Hanna did not copy Paramore." You're going to title it that way because you know it will make them click, which is the freaking point. And they're gonna to 1 second into the video being uploaded, the Gabbie Hanna hater stands. I don't know what to call these people. The people who have their alerts to hate on someone. They're gonna come in to a 20-minute video, and 1 second in, oh my gosh! If you're fans of Gabbie Hanna, why don't you just say that?
I know, not a Gabbie Hanna fan at all, or fan at all. Anyways, that's my opinion on Gabbie Hanna. Take it or leave it. Let me read some comments real quick before we move on. And said she's so scared to write about anything else that she has no other value. That's sad. Facts.
I know, it's so sad. It makes me so mad because she writes so well. She writes so well that I could not identify that she's talking about drama. But once, what are you gonna say?
I will say I don't think it's fair to. I mean, everyone's obviously has their own opinion, but to me, I think maybe this is truly what she still is going through right now. We don't know. So
I mean,
I don't think it's fair to tell a writer that they can't write what they want to write. I don't think it's fair if you want, to tell Gabbie Hanna if she wants to write about those things, that shit happened to her. You know what I mean? Regardless if it happened last year, the year before, etc. I don't think it's fair to tell a writer that they can't write these things and create a song out of it. In my opinion, I just don't think it's fair to do that.
I just agree with Ann that it's sad. Like, no, it literally makes me sad. It makes me feel weird that her life, what she views as her life, is literally just what happened online. Like, there's no secret personal moment. There's no like something about something that happened that she didn't make a video about. Like, it's all that, like, I'm not saying she can't write about it. I agree that it's sad. Like, that makes me sad. It makes me sad.
It doesn't make me sad because it's what I get what you're saying. It's what she,
like, she doesn't have a life outside of what is on this computer.
But if I was Gabbie Hanna, though, all the shit that happened, apologize to Jesse was trending, like all of this shit that's happened, I would think that would be so dramatic to my life, such a significance to my life. And I would spend maybe 2 years talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's no different than like a Taylor Swift breakup song. I feel like, because that's what Taylor went through. So with that, I just think it comes down to art and what she feels. And if 5 years from now, if she continues to still feel a bunch of shit about this drama and stuff, she has that right as a writer, a songwriter, to write about it and sing about it. So that's my opinion with that. I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, Gabbie Hanna is perfect and is done this, that, and the other. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying when it comes to like being an artist, whether you're in film, whether you're a writer or an actor, whatever, like that's how she's expressing it, her feelings and stuff. So
I know, I get that. I just think it's sad that literally, like, we random ass people have viewed the most impactful things of her life. That's, I don't know. I just I don't even know what to think about it. I don't even know if that's like, oh well, if I was internet, YouTube popular, my life would be the same. I don't know, because I think other YouTubers have managed to keep some things private. It makes me sad that literally the most impactful things, plural, not just one or two, like, oh, they found out that my husband's cheating on me. Like, everything has been crap that we saw with our own eyes and have opinions on and stuff. And this, like, there's nothing that's just for her. That's kind of, I don't know, that's sad to me.
All right. Okay.
It's just so weird. Like I'm like trying to I can't even fathom what is that life like?
Mm-hmm.
What is that like? What is it like for your life to be internet? That what is that like? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. So because I don't have anything more to add on to it, you know what I mean? Like I don't have anything. Like I already said how I felt about it, so I don't know. I don't know how to be like, okay, so we like agree to disagree. Like I
No,
don't know
it's not
because
that
you're
we
just stating your
disagree.
yeah, you're just
Yeah,
stating
it's
your
just
opinions
but
on it.
I'm like asking this existential life purpose question. And you're like, so anyways.
Oh, it's not that because I don't because what you're saying is that you're saying that it's sad that we all because I'm listening. You're saying that it was sad that the only thing that she's talking about is things that we already know. But here's
That
my
the
thing,
most
maybe
impactful things of her life, her current life,
yeah.
are none of it is private. It's all stuff that we all have opinions of and know about.
So Taylor
Like,
Swift does the same thing though. So what's the difference?
what's the
Like she
same
talked
thing?
well, because she a lot of the things that Taylor Swift talked about, it was shit that we knew from like public breakups. And she writes about it in her
Oh,
songs,
I don't
etc. So
know.
I'm just
I
saying,
didn't
like,
know who
how
she
is Gabbie like how is it so different? So what if she writes like
Well,
songs that we all know about?
Apparently the Jake Gyllenhaal thing was private. Like people didn't know he was
No.
like that. Apparently people didn't know he was like that. So now
We knew
there's a new hate train. I
we okay, the
Wait,
Swifties
did
out
the Stans
here
know? I
the
don't know. I'm not a
Swifties out here,
Swiftie.
we knew there was some shit going on,
Y'all
okay?
knew?
When he
Okay,
got
y'all
in,
knew?
when he broke up with her and she was upset, like we knew, but we didn't know how the extent, but we knew. So I don't but like I'm hearing you. I just know that if I like actually if I'm like it's not like it's just gonna come off as me disagreeing. You know what I mean? Like it's
But
just
okay,
gonna
even with the Swifty thing, y'all didn't know what was said. Y'all didn't know where.
Lillian said the stands knew from the start.
y'all,
We knew.
y'all just knew something was going on. But with Gabbie Hanna, we actually have like full receipts. We
But what is
have
the problem with her? My question is,
is
what is the problem? This is the why I like this is the reason why I like kind of like, okay, let's go on to next. Cause then this is why. Because what is the problem with Gabbie Hanna talking about things that
that's not
are
the
impacting her
problem.
life?
That's not the problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is that we know all of it. It's weird. Imagine if people knew all the details of your most impactful crap. That's weird.
But it's like I feel like you're telling an artist at the same time that they can't sing about what they want to sing about. The whole point of writing words down on a paper and getting into the music studio and singing it is expressing your art, regardless of if people knew about it or not. I feel like at the same time you're telling an artist that they can't write out music and sing it and produce it because we already know about it. They can't
No,
express
I'm not saying
themselves.
that. What I'm saying is she needs to get a life now. She needs to like go get a life, get a real life. That's what I'm saying.
I don't, but who's to say that that's not like she's still going through? We don't know what she's talking about in her therapy sessions. Like, who knows if she's still going through the shit that we all know about? Just because she's not lighting the internet on fire with her series now, that doesn't mean she's not still behind the scenes going through it. And she
No,
feels that music
she's
is
still behind the
therapeutic.
scenes going through. We know she's still going through it because she's posting on TikTok, posting YouTube shorts, going on the fake Red Table Talk, talking about the drama channels chased her down. We know.
The shade, the fake red table.
We know she's still going through it. I'm just saying you can't tell me her mom and dad aren't saying the same thing. I feel, in my opinion,
She
her
doesn't get
parents.
along with her mom or her parents.
Well,
Listen, I'm just saying she has the right to sing whatever the hell she wants, to express herself. It
yes,
doesn't matter what she's, she has that right to do it. I mean, Gabbie Hanna can't even do that. Express
she
herself.
can. She can. She
She
can.
do whatever,
We
and whether it's
just
information, then we could choose whether we want to listen to the music or not. You know what I mean?
okay. I'll just say I hope she gets to have a real life soon in 2022.
Oh my
That's
god.
my hope for her.
There's so many problems with that statement. You're assuming that you don't know what kind of life she has. You have no idea. You have me defending Gabbie Hanna right now. What the heck? Like you don't know what type of life that she has behind the scenes. You have zero idea. So all we are listening to is music that she could have written 2 years ago, 3 years. You know what I mean? We don't know because this drama did happen years ago.
She brought it back up. I'm just, I
Oh.
don't know. Okay, yes, this is all just speculation, but I just hope she gets, a real life away from computer. That would be great for her.
Here's my thing. Because we're all shitting on Gabbie Hanna, what makes anyone think that she would want to? Because I was reading Lillian's comment about maybe her singing and opening up about her love life. But if we're shitting on her about music that we already know, like of drama we already know about, imagine her actually being vulnerable with us and sharing her love life and seeing how everyone trashes on that. I mean, it's
She
like
already
no one is
does,
thinking,
but
but
she
no one's
posts her
thinking
love
about
life online.
no, not like opening up in music. No one ever thinks about what the other person is going through on the other side. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Gabbie deserved more than half of the shit that came her way. But what I'm saying is, oh my gosh, I'm defending Gabbie Hanna. All I'm saying is that is that
No, she has the right to sing about what she's going through. What I'm saying is separate from that. I'm just saying that I hope she gets a real life outside the computer.
thanks, Anne, for agreeing with me. But ultimately, I agree, Blossom. She can express herself however she needs. Yeah, this could have been written 3 years ago. Who knows? So who knows? Dragonfly, I thought that song was old and I got really released. So I don't know.
Re-release. Maybe.
Okay. I don't know. So I guess we just have our opinions about it, Udoka.
I agree with you. She can write about what she wants to write about.
But you're assuming that she doesn't have like when you tell her to get a life, who's to say she doesn't have one and she just released these
Yeah,
songs?
I don't think she has. I don't think she has one. It's not, and I'm not basing it only on this song. I'm not basing it only on this one song. I'm basing it on all the songs.
Oh wait, does she have more than one song?
Yeah, yeah, she's that girl. I'm telling you, these songs have 10,000 views. Like people are not,
Oh.
people are not checking for it. But
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
yeah. I did. Well, imagine what it's like. You were Vine famous. You have 5.7 million subscribers, and people are watching all this stuff, and now you struggling to get the views. She would cry about this. There was a time this would make her cry, and she would post it. So
She still isn't. She's just doing it behind the scenes, you know.
or what I'm hoping is she's realizing she needs a life. So she's not putting the emphasis on the internet anymore. And she's going outside and making real life friends and having a life.
Okay. Yeah. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm just like, okay. Because I have to agree with the fact that you think she doesn't have a life. So because I don't agree with that, only thing I could say is okay. I just want you to know I'm listening to you, but there are certain words that I just use as a response because I don't like necessarily agree with what you're saying. So don't ever make it seem as if I'm not listening. It's just I don't agree. So I'm like, what's the nicest way to say I don't agree? Okay, yeah. But, teach your own. But I do like how we have different opinions. We don't have to. That's another thing. I like how we can have different opinions and we don't hate each other,
Mm-hmm.
Jaden says, I think both of y'all have valid points. Thank you.
Yay.
All right. Speaking of on valid points, let's get into Ari Fletcher.
Oh, yeah.
So to be honest with you, I heard her like maybe 2 or 3 hours ago when you texted me about her.
Yeah, I
So
low-key was like, I don't even think Blossom knows who this is.
I
I
know
don't
I
think she doesn't know
don't
who this is.
I don't. But it's good to learn and to know about people. I don't really know that many rappers or like
You were getting into the Black Twitter side of tea. There's some things that are just not general population YouTube tea. There's some things that are Black Twitter tea. And this is one of them. Ari Fletcher. So,
so
what'd you say?
no, I was like, do you want to like tell them like a little summary
Well,
to refresh
I
the memory?
barely know who Ari Fletcher is. I just like I just like
No,
Black
like the
Twitter
tea
tea.
that went on. No,
Oh
like
yeah,
the
so
like a
Ari
summary of the tea.
Fletcher, I think let me double check. Is she a rapper? Ari Fletcher.
Yeah, I looked
Okay.
into it. She's a
She's
rapper.
like somebody said, yeah, Jaden said Ari's a mess. She is a mess. I think that's her brand. To be a ratchet, hot mess. And so I think she's been in some controversies. I think she tried to fight people. I don't know. But now she was on some podcast or something where
Mhm.
they were talking about relationships, and she said, "Oh, I like relationships where I'm screaming and I'm saying I'm leaving and I'm packing my bags and he's yelling, calling my mama, stirring up all this drama and pulls out a gun. If he
Mm.
doesn't pull, essentially saying if he doesn't pull out a gun, he doesn't love you." Um,
Wow.
so so people were, pushing back against it, like you are kind of glamorizing like toxic relationship. I'm okay. Let me say I'm a little bit on Ari's side in that, yeah, that's weird that she likes that. I wonder if she's ever sought out therapy to talk about that. But if that's what she likes, and there's plenty of men who will deliver.
Mhm.
So I understand that point, but I also understand people who are like, you're talking about DV, domestic V, so
Yeah.
flippantly, you're glamorizing it, you're making it sound like it's something good, it's something to be desired, it's something to look for in a relationship, and you are an influencer, so you're influencing people to think this way. And I think the way she responds, I mean, she responds exactly the way you think a hot mess would respond, but
Okay.
but at the same time, I mean, it would be stupid for her to not expect people to respond. You are
Mhm.
saying you like something that is bad. So,
Mhm.
of course, people have to push back so that the overall narrative will be, um people mostly disagree with this. And I think that's important. Like, I just think it's so weird that she's so upset that people would push back. Like, you're saying that you like to be in an abusive relationship. Like, people should push back so that other people know, okay, that's not a thing that we're doing now. This is not the new craze. This is not the cool new thing. People still think that's a bad thing.
You know what I think about situations like this? It reminds me of of Ethan Klein releasing the last Frenemies episode. To me, why isn't anyone asking, was this appropriate to release out to the world? So whatever podcast that she was on,
Mm,
why didn't they say, hey, maybe we shouldn't, we should take this responsibility and not release this out because it's inappropriate. It's just like when Shane Dawson was
mm,
talking about how he found like a 6-year-old sexy and
mm,
shit. Like,
mm.
why did that podcast person felt like it was okay to release that into the world?
Because it was
So
a
I
different
always
time, Blossom. Don't you
I
know? It was a different time where it was totally okay
yeah,
to talk about what you want to do with 6-year-olds.
I
So
know.
get off
Like
your
it just
moral high ground. Get off your high horse.
I know, right? Like it just that's so my first problem is with the podcast people whoever podcast she was on. That's my problem is with the podcast because I'd never. I mean, granted, this is alive right now, but the podcast wasn't alive from my understanding. So
I don't know. Do you have the clip?
no, this is just the video that you sent me. So
Yeah, the
this is
video I sent you has the clip.
okay. So it's a 4 minute and 55-minute video. I
Yeah,
mean,
let's
55
just watch it.
second
It's from
video.
another YouTuber. So for those
Mhm.
of y'all who like Black Twitter tea, this is a YouTuber who she only posts Black people tea and rapper, hip hop, whatever tea.
So Ari has been under fire.
Oh, you're not sharing your screen.
Oh, am I? I'm not sharing my screen. Oh, I was on the screen the whole time.
Anward asks how old is Ari Fletcher? Ari is 27, I believe. So that's the other thing. People feel like, especially in the Black community, 25 and up means you're a grown ass adult. So people feel like you're grown. What are you doing? And she has a child. She has I think a 3-year-old child. So people just feel like, what are you doing? People felt very offended.
Oh, this was Shane's podcast. So Shane said,
"So Shane, of course,
he
Shane
was talking
won't
to
edit
someone
that out."
else. But wasn't he talking to someone else though?
He had other people. He had like co-guests, co-hosts.
Right. I'm saying whoever like was producing, like like it's.
But Shane is the ultimate. If it's his podcast, isn't he the ultimate producer?
Yeah, but you're telling me no one. I just find it troubling. No matter what year, you're telling me that no one was like, "Hey, just maybe." I mean, shit. Law and Order was still on how many years ago, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what year. You mean to tell me no one found it problematic for him to say he found 6-year-olds sexy? Like what? That's so gross.
I think people got onto the co-host for like, because they were like they were like laughing along. So people were like, why are you laughing? Yeah, people drugged the co-host, but at the end of the day, it's Shane Dawson's podcast. No, who was gonna tell Shane Dawson what to put? Did you see the footage of when Shane made movies, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the footage of when it was like behind the scene footage of when he was making the movies? Okay, you haven't seen the behind the scenes footage. He was a nightmare to work with. There's this I won't ever forget. There was this one time Shane was like, "Where are the actors? We need actors. We're behind schedule. Where are the actors?" And the co-producer was like, "Well, we had a couple of people who wanted to audition, but then when they found out it's going to be your movie, they didn't want to be in your movie." What in the why wouldn't they want to be in my movie? Well, because of the kind of content you have, you have a lot of problematic content. They don't want to be associated. Those fuckers, they should be so lucky to even have a job. I am providing them acting job. Like, so, okay, if Shane was like that, I don't see anybody coming to Shane being like, "Oh, you should edit out that part," because they try to do that in his movies too. They were like, there's gross humor in his movies, and the people are like, like that's actually not funny. And they have it behind the scenes footage that's actually not funny. Maybe we should edit that out. We tested this with some test audiences. They don't like it. Oh, screw them. They don't know what humor is. I have however millions on YouTube. This is my humor. They don't know what funny is. And then when they did like the premiere, nobody laughed. He was like, "Screw them. They don't know what comedy is." So this is how Shane Dawson used to be. Who is going to tell Shane Dawson to remove the 6-year-old sexy clip? No, nobody's going to do that.
Okay. Fair enough. No, it's fair enough. Like, I get it. I just thought maybe someone would, but it's fair enough that I don't know. I just felt like at some point in his career, it's very questionable to why anyone like I don't know. I get what you're saying though. So
like maybe somebody did and he'd be like, "No." I'm not removing that.
Hmm.
This is the
Well,
same guy who thought it would be a good idea to say on camera N word, B word to a black woman on camera. Like,
I wonder what the black woman felt like. I was like, what's wrong
so
with
they enter,
you?
girl. I had to search. This woman has tried to. I don't know where she is. She really is trying to hide herself. But
Mm-hmm.
there have been interviews with her. There was a time where she was defending Shane, and
Mm-hmm.
then skip forward a few more years. She was like, I regret it. And there's a lot of black people, because I found this article of other like old Vine, you remember Vine, and there would be random black people in the white people skits, and they're like the token
Mm-hmm.
black friend. So there are
Yeah.
interviews with those people, and they would talk about, yeah, looking back now, those people were kind of racist to me. I was just trying to
Mm-hmm.
get clout. I was just going to, so it was, that kind of thing, which I don't entirely blame any black person who does stuff like that, because it is, if you're trying to be in the entertainment industry, it's hard. You're a minority and you're black. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult. So I understand just going along, keying with inappropriate things so you can get in where you fit in.
I just didn't like when he came back. He was like they put him number one because YouTube handpicks trending page. It's not
Yes, that
actually.
was absolutely disgusting
I didn't
to
like
me.
how they did that. And just like how Jaden says that he called her a monkey, he did all these racist things and pedia things. And so I just
Mhm.
didn't understand. Like, I can't even really answer the question, when is enough? Like the father from Seventh Heaven, the pastor, he's a
I will
pedophile,
never forget it,
and you
because
don't.
the kids on
He,
that Seventh Heaven show were so cute, and I'm thinking, what about, is the little girl's name Rudy? I'm just
I
thinking,
forget.
what if he did something to Rudy?
No, I don't think none of them came out and said anything like that.
Okay.
But my whole point in mentioning him was that it's like he's in hiding for life. And then it's like and
Mhm.
it's like what I don't know exactly the appropriate time to come back after saying a 6-year old a sexy, you know what I mean? I don't
Mhm.
find But I think it's funny how he was number one trending, like as if
Mhm.
nothing. It really showed this platform, what they stand up
Oh.
for. It
Well, yeah,
really,
I thought you were talking about back then. He was number 1 trending in the N word, B word monkey days. He was still number 1
right,
trending.
but
So
still, but now that we've learned, now that it took a whole goddamn pandemic for people to learn what things are appropriate and not appropriate, you know,
yeah,
they
the
still put
YouTube
him on the
still,
trending page.
he's back.
So that
Yep.
was kind of like, it was never right, but he was getting a paycheck. He was doing things out of character for views and money. I don't like how they helped him and then turned on him later. They should have stopped him. I don't know why she let him. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, to me, it's just, anyways, I don't even know how we got on Shane Dawson, but
Oh, we're comparing that to this Ari Fletcher, whatever show she was on, that she said that stuff. Why
oh,
didn't
that's
they edit that
right.
out?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's watch this 4-minute clip so
Okay.
that people can have more
Mm-hmm.
context.
Gotcha.
Live about a week ago and made those insensitive comments about victims of domestic violence. She even recently lost her partnership with Rihanna's Savage Fenty brand. Riri was not
Apparently, she
having
doesn't
it, you
care.
guys, and that partnership got snatched. Now, yesterday, this topic was mentioned on the show Cocktails with the Queens, and Lisa Ray threw in her 2 cents, you guys. I want you guys to hear what she had to say about Ari and this whole situation. She basically spoke on her opinion about Rihanna choosing to drop Ari from their partnership. You guys,
Oh,
take a listen,
pause in
please.
case people don't know who this is. So that
Mm-hmm.
lady that was just on, her name is I think Lisa Faye. Hold on real quick. But why she's relevant in the black, Lisa Ray. She's uh relevant in the Black
Okay,
community
sure.
because she was in a Black movie called The Players Club,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really popular Black movie from, I don't know if it's from the 90s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the love interest, and she was just considered the most beautiful Black woman. So, and people still see her that way. She even has an OnlyFans. So
Wait,
she's
she
a
has an OnlyFans?
yeah, she either has one or she said she will start one soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she goes full nude. I don't think she will or does. But the point is she's still seen as desirable. She's still like the fantasy woman. So she's
Mm,
somebody that people look up to. So she felt responsible to put her 2 cents.
mm, okay. Good that you explained that because I actually didn't know who she was.
I was like, I don't think Boston knows who this is either.
You guys take a listen. Shout out to Rihanna.
I know who Vivica Fox is. I know who Claudia Jordan is.
Oh, I actually don't know who Claudia Jordan is.
She was from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Standing up and being an example of a woman of her word and making sure that her brand is not tarnished with any foolishness. Because here's the thing, these younger girls are looking up to these influencers and these social media girls. And so if you know that, you have an obligation. See, that's the difference between a social media influence and a real celebrity and star. There's a difference. Yes, so we have morality clauses. Absolutely. You have to work your way up to that stardom so you know what level that you're stepping into, because it's levels to this. It's respectable. People respect you. Now, you can have your opinion, but even when you have your opinion, you got to wait till you get to a certain level to be able to be heard, because we've seen the history of your words and why you're saying what you've been saying. She was out of line, out of place. She was immature. For the women that look up to her, I hope that they hold her accountable for what she said. I hope that she is learning a lesson for her to at least come back and say,
I don't think she's learning a lesson.
I apologize.
And she's not going to apologize. Because she meant what she said. She said that's what she likes. She's not going to apologize for saying what she likes.
Do they play the clip in here?
I thought they did. Can you skip forward?
Let me see.
I thought they did play the clip. I thought I saw it, but
oh, maybe this is it. Yeah.
No, that's Lisa Ray again. That's not Ari Fletcher. I really thought I saw the clip in here, but no, that's still Lisa Ray scolding her.
Okay, well, we can hear the scolding though. That's fun.
Because I did not mean whatever.
She meant it though.
To give us some type of apology, a narrative, or what's that cancel culture? Like they should be all on top of it.
She wants the cancel culture to come.
She goes, "What is that called? Cancel culture?
Cancel
they
culture.
need to be all on
They need
top
to come.
of her."
Bring cancel culture people right now, right here.
I don't know what it is, but you guys come here and do your thing.
It's like, amen, the birds will still support her child, and I most certainly agree. And this next person said, yes, Rihanna has to protect her brand. And this person at the bottom said everything said was facts. But there were also people who were taken up for Ari. I know Ari's friend jumped in the comments, and this is what he said. Unpopular opinion, I have never heard Ari discuss Lisa Ray, but here's them discussing her, the fake celebrity. LOL, social media is hilarious. She clearly was saying nobody can talk about anything without y'all victimizing yourselves or wanting someone to tiptoe around your trauma. It's annoying. It's your trauma. Stop putting it off on other people. That's really all she was saying, honestly, but it does come off insensitive. She never said she didn't care about the DV victims. She was saying it shouldn't have had anything to do with her interview.
What is
She did. But in her response, in Ari Fletcher's response, she did literally say, nobody cares. Oh, you experienced DV? Who cares? Nobody cares.
Mhm.
So I just have to throw that in there. Like she did say she did say she doesn't care.
It's not even that. He's saying that, oh, this has nothing to do with domestic violence, and it does. When you
Mm-hmm.
are a celebrity, or not even a celebrity, but just someone that people look up to, whether you asked for it or not, you're monetizing off of them, aren't you? You're making money off of these people. So the least you
Mm-hmm.
can do is to not necessarily be an influence, but don't say things that are going to gear people in this direction of it's okay for someone to pull out a weapon and hit me. It's okay for, you know what I mean? Like, you don't necessarily
Mm-hmm.
need to be an influence, but you don't need to be saying shit like this either. Censor yourself is what I'm saying. So don't be an influencer, but censor your shit if you're making money monetizing off of these people. That's the least you can do. So
Mm.
that's what gets me with this.
She didn't do a DV interview. Seems like you'll have to apologize every time you speak. Sending love to all the DV victims and everyone who misunderstood her. She's
No,
actually
people
a
didn't
sweet girl. Now, I
misunderstand
do
her.
understand that that's
She
Ari's
said what she
friend and you
said.
have to take up for her, but
Mm-hmm.
clearly it was bad enough for her to get dropped from her Fenty partnership. What she said was wrong, in my opinion. Now, her intentions might not have been that, but sometimes it's not about your intentions, it's about how things come off and are perceived. You might not mean for things to come out a certain way out your mouth, but it does. So that's no excuse for people to just throw it to the side. Oh no, it's okay because she's a sweet girl and she didn't mean it. No, she said what she said. Now I do understand that when she went live, she was flustered and frustrated because she was being attacked for her comments that she made on that interview. But that's why sometimes you really have to step back and let yourself calm down before you react. Because once you react, and you show a certain side of yourself and you say what you say, you can't take it back. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it costs you. And that's exactly what happened with Ari with this situation. It literally cost her, okay? Now, if people are waiting for Ari to go live and apologize, I highly doubt that that's what we're going to get. Knowing her personality and what she's shown so far, an apology is just not going to happen, especially
Mm-hmm.
if she feels like the world is against her or attacking her. You can kiss that up.
I get what this lady is saying, but I do want to point out I love her makeup. I think it's so
Which
cute.
one?
Ari's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, her makeup is
It is
pretty.
so cute. Like the hair, the eyebrows, the eyelash, like everything. It's just because as I'm listening to this series thing, I'm also thinking her makeup is lit. Like it's so perfect. Like I mean, and not, I mean, what she's doing is wrong and everything. I get it. But I'm just saying, wanted to point out, faces, everything is just on point.
Apology, goodbye. That's just not going to happen. But what do you guys think about what Lisa Ray said? And what do you guys feel about Ari's friend commenting saying that she didn't mean it and she's a sweet person? You guys leave your
I
comments
mean, she's
below.
a
Do
sweet
not forget
person
to
to her
subscribe, and
friends,
I
not
will
to
talk to you
everyone
all later.
else. It reminds me of remember when people were calling out Ellen for, Ellen's rude, Ellen's this, and then all these celebrities were like, Ellen is a great friend to me. Like, yes, she's nice to you, a fellow celebrity. These common people are saying she's not nice to common people.
I okay, I always felt differently about Ellen, okay? Because like I felt like people really started to come for her because in the pandemic, she was like, "Oh, I feel like I'm in a jail cell in her mansion."
Mhm.
Was it relatable? Absolutely not. But I could understand, regardless if her mansion is, a mansion,
Mhm.
she's still that's her home. That's what she considers her home, and she no longer wants to be in her home. So even
Yeah, I
though it was
got
not
that.
relatable, like I understood what she was saying. Like she wants to leave her home. Like granted, it's a mansion. I understand that. Maybe she should have kept that to herself, but I understood what she was saying. I mean, I was sitting not in my mansion, but I was like, I feel you. I want to leave this house too. Like,
Yeah.
like so I understood that. And I felt like people really started coming for her when she made that comment and everything just went there
Well,
downhill
it's
from
kind of
there.
like the creep show art thing. When one thing makes the person fall, it's like, okay, it's safe to come out. So
Oh, like the
because
locale?
yeah, like this law cow thing came out, okay, now it's safe to come out, and everybody's talking about what Creepshow art did to them. So same with Ellen, like for the first time, like a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about Ellen. It's safe to re-come out because these people have been trying to tell their story, so they're retelling the story. So it was just the perfect
Some of
time.
them know. When did I ever hear,
You didn't
what's her
hear because
face?
nobody cared. It's
No,
only
I never heard her. What's the phrase? Oh, the chick, even Trisha Paytas started talking shit, whatever, but she just dropped on the trend. But the chick, who just did Adele's makeup the other day, what's her name?
oh, what's her face? I forgot her name now.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Nikki
Never heard of
Tutorials.
her. I've never, yeah, Nikki, yeah, I've never heard of her story until afterwards. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it didn't happen. What I'm saying is, you're making the argument as if people were saying this before. Like,
No, they were. No, because I'm not talking about Nikki Tutorials. I'm talking about people who worked for Ellen. They have
mhm,
been saying for years Ellen is a horrible boss and a horrible person, but nobody cared
mhm,
until all of us, Ellen said that thing that people didn't like. And
mhm,
around that same time, Nikki went on a show, and Nikki didn't even say anything bad. She just said, it wasn't what I thought, and people, it just kind of spiraled. It's the perfect time to revisit, oh, there's other bad things about Ellen. So that's when people started caring. But the people who worked on the Ellen show have been saying these things for
mhm.
years.
I also have okay, since you mentioned how it's similar to Creepshow Art, how Locale came out, then people started coming out like Emily Artful. Real quick, as I was like editing the video and watching the Emily Artful video again, you know what's one thing I kind of realized low key? I'm not saying I'm against Emily Artful. I'm not saying that, okay? What
Hmm.
I am saying though, when Locale came out with their video, how suspiciously fast did Emily Artful come out with that very long edited video? I watched that video again. That took a long time for someone to just whop out of the blue after Locale, okay? Because
Mhm.
keep in mind, whether she's gonna make a video now, she said she was, but I don't know if she is. Look how long it's taking her to make this one. I mean, it could be for many reasons, but what I'm saying is I find it very suspicious. And now something was going on in my head, and I'm not against Emily Artful. I like to reiterate that, not against her. But what I am saying is that it's kind of suspicious. And I wonder if there was some contact with Locale or something, because she was being stalked, right? So if I was being stalked, I
Mhm.
wonder if this was like a
And
behind the
she tried
scenes
to
thing.
get more info from
Right,
Locale.
a behind the scenes thing, because I'm just saying, I found it after I watched it again, because 'cause I'm currently editing my Creepshow art video. When I watched it again, I realized that video came out just a little bit too fast,
Mhm.
and
I always
it was
thought she
perfectly
already
edited.
I thought she already made that video, like, that video was already made. I thought that's what it was.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, obviously, she could have made it and then made some changes, but she does mention Locale in there as if she made
Yeah,
this after.
I thought most of the video was already made because there's also
Okay.
something about, "Oh, I called him Andrew, but I don't care anymore. Andrew is actually Anthony."
Right, right.
So I thought most of it was already made, and then she just made some changes because it's something that she's always wanted to say, but it was just never the right time
But what
that
I'm
people
saying
would believe
is,
her.
I don't if that's the case, that's the case. But what I'm saying is, I don't this world is huge. I don't believe in coincidences of Emily Artful. Let's say she did make that video beforehand, but then Locale coming out at the right time as well. I don't know. It just
No, Local didn't come out at the right time. She happened to have already have that video made at the right time. What I'm saying is, I think she's always wanted to post this video,
mhm,
but it was never the right time. So when the lol cow came out, that was the right time. That's what I'm saying.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's 50-50 with me, because I just I don't know. It's like too little bit coincidency. to me. But I don't know. It's 50-50 with me. Either way, Shannon Margaret Campbell is a horrible human being. But it took
Oh wow,
Emily a
people know
break
her
to make
full
that
name,
video.
her full government name.
I do. Well, shit, I do. I was sitting
I
there
didn't
and
know
looking
that.
up shit. Like,
Shannon Margaret Campbell. Shit.
yes,
Okay.
yes. When you're making a show about creep show art, yes, you want to get the full name. Yeah. Anne says she just kept adding evidence to it as she got stalked. Cat, they were funding before that. They were feuding before that. It was probably already in the making. It took Emily about a week to make that video. Yeah. Yeah, just a little observation. I don't know. It could be true. Could be true. Let's see. Why is Wait, so are we watching Ethan Klein now?
I think so.
Okay. Or
So yeah,
jumping-
I wanna see this because James Charles, he's calling out James Charles again. I really like that Ethan will not let up on this James Charles thing. I like
Mhm.
that. But I want to know like what happened now.
Mm. So we're gonna watch some Rich Lux to figure that out.
Wait, no, I thought we are gonna just watch Ethan directly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He has
That's
a
right. I have that
15-minute
tab up.
video.
Yeah, that's right. I got the tab up right here. Thanks for reminding me because I completely forgot. All right, Ethan. What is up with this new channel though? Is it because like I wonder why they haven't come back yet? Do you know why?
Oh, like they haven't updated the actual podcast?
Yeah, like it's been almost a month.
Hmm.
Is it just because
Oh
is that just, they're doing is that what they do in January? They take
like they're taking giving them time off?
Right, is that like their vacation? I'm
I don't
wondering because
know.
it's strange.
Hmm.
No? I don't know.
Let me check the Reddit.
Oh, Jay says they're on break.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because I was like, what's going on? But they have lives, I guess, right?
Mhm.
They have they can't entertain us.
Something
Oh, they
other
come
than
back on the
podcasting.
17th. Wow, they come back on the 17th. Oh, yes, this is a normal break for them. Oh, okay, cool. Didn't know. I've only started following them when Frenemies came out, so cool beans, cool beans. All right, let's watch this video of Ethan Klein. Why is James Charles trending? All right.
Hello, everybody. I am back for another one. Today, I'm talking about James Charles, who, has been in a lot of hot water this past year, last year, maybe even the year before. Got to say, James Charles, not a fan, to put it mildly. Probably the worst. Let me think here. Not only is he the most dangerous and worst influencer online, maybe of all time. I mean, who really can top that?
Wait, what is his mom doing? She's just like working behind
No,
him.
that's Hila. Isn't that Hila?
Oh, that's Hila. Oh my gosh. Hila looks like Ethan's
She does,
mom
though.
from this
She
angle.
does. She did. No, she did. I thought it was his mom, too. Oh my gosh, Ethan married his mom. Oh my gosh. Anyways, he did look Hila looks exactly like his mom. So James is creepy, yes, on social media. Yeah.
Once who killed their spouse or something. There was one I remember. They weren't like a big influencer though, but they did a prank where they shot the other one. I don't know. You remember that? What was that one? Nice prank. Yeah, so besides stuff like that, I think James Charles takes the cake. And the reason for that is that he's just an actual What's the movie called? Alien vs. Predator. Right. I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't get me yellow.
What's the movie called?
Alien vs. Predator.
That's so smart. This is how you know Ethan Klein loves YouTube. He's supposed to be taking the time off, and instead the dude creates another channel. He's about to get a YouTube 100K plaque again because you know what I mean. Like, I'm like, dude, take a break, man. But it's all fun. It's funny. He's hilarious.
Pretty clever, right? He's the whole damn sequel. He's Aliens vs. Predator and Aliens vs. Predator 2 and 3 and 4. And Predator vs. Krueger. Jason, whatever the hell. Yeah, he's a straight up Predator. James last year was exposed by like over 10 people under the age of 18.
To be fair, James did state in his video, like, I'm not, I know some of those weren't, like, I felt like some of those weren't true, but the fact that
it was 20, okay, some of the 20 weren't true, but the 10 that he's specifically talking about, I don't know, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just know there was some that weren't like.
Some of them as young as 14.
But also remember, he has admitted and confessed to 2 of them.
Right. So instead of and that's what I didn't like with his second video. It was like only 2 are right, but let's fixate on the ones that weren't right.
It's like the fact that there's even one, dude.
Right, that's what I didn't like. Like, instead of focusing on the 2 that he admits to, let's focus on all the other ones that aren't. Like, I would feel so bad if I was actually one of those victims. Like, you piece of shit, you admit that you hurt me, and now you're talking about you're moving along. Like, I would feel some type of way. And I low-key think he probably paid them under the table. That's why he's not getting arrested. That's what he did. Like, that's, I mean, he has money. That's what people do when they have money. They pay you.
To their DMs, he was trying to pick them up. He was trying to get them on Snapchat. Really, really disgusting behavior. I'm sure all you guys are familiar with it by now. And what's real interesting is that recently, let me zoom in so you guys can see. It's hard to read. How do I zoom in on this? There you go. Recently, YouTube said, hey, it's been long enough. Let's trend our boy R. Kelly, aka James Charles.
I mean, low key.
James Charles appears on YouTube's trending page for the first time since the sexting scandal broke in 2021. Here's James wearing outfits from Shein for a full week. I don't know. We'll watch that in a minute. Here he is trying to look for young boys at the newsstand. Yesterday's new video is trending. I'm so glad you guys loved it. So I guess my question is, like, one, is YouTube complicit in potentially promoting Alien vs. Predator?
Yes, always.
2, should YouTube be held to account for doing this? Like, is YouTube...
Why is he scared right now? Like, why?
You're scared?
Like, no, I'm saying, why isn't he though? Like,
because he's talking about YouTube.
Well, yeah, I look at everyone's social blade. Like, he's making a nice penny from YouTube. So I don't, like, does he say to himself, maybe I can just go on Twitch?
No, he doesn't care. Yeah, like, worst case scenario, they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's not going to censor his opinion.
It's weird that he's just not. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but that's Ethan Klein, I guess.
But that, like, they're not doing it just for the money. Like, they're doing it. He's doing it because he has things to say. And
I know
it's great that people want to hear it, so he makes money from it. Right.
Like, I know he's not doing it for the money, but you But with him being, I mean, he did get banned or suspended for a week, and then that got reversed. But still, just the fact
Yeah,
that
he's not gonna. I I wouldn't want to watch Ethan if he was the type of person who would censor his thoughts about YouTube because they banned him for a week.
mm-hmm,
I that's not the kind of person I would want to watch.
that's true. He does make them a lot of money, I guess. So.
That too.
Responsible for knowing what he's up to and determining that he's not safe to be promoted. Yeah, what's interesting is Def Noodles points out that YouTube hadn't trended him since the sexting scandal broke. So what that implies is that they're aware of what went on there. I know that every YouTuber has a partner manager, especially one as big as James Charles, who's aware of their controversies and what's going on with them. I just find it really odd, I have to say, that YouTube is trending this guy. And I know how touchy they are with that trending page, boy, because that trending page is basically a endorsement. It's a YouTube endorsement because we all know that it's curated. You don't just end up on the trending page.
Mm-hmm.
We are never on the trending page because apparently we're
Probably
Because you keep dissing
I
YouTube.
don't touch kids. I mean, I don't know what's more controversial. I guess me saying some naughty,
Oh my god.
nasty stuff on my podcast, or James Charles literally trying to fuck his fans. Alien versus Predatoring to his fans. So the moral arbiter of the trending page needs to get their brain checked. What do you think, Hila? Is YouTube messing up by trending James? And do you think that they have she said yes.
Hila.
And do you think that they have an obligation to be aware of the, like, because they're putting people on trending all day. Do they have some kind of obligation to know, hey, this guy is an alien versus predator, we shouldn't trend him?
I think at this point, yes.
With him.
It's already known about it.
Right. That'd be like them, trending EDP. Remember him? He was that YouTuber that got in a big old
If me and my partner
really bad.
make a YouTube, we're going to be very much like this.
Very young.
Really?
It's going to be me talking all this crap and then him not saying anything. And they'll be like, babe, don't you think blah, blah, blah? And be like, yes.
Yeah, like, Ethan Klein does have a point here. It's like, oh, Leafy got his channel back though. They made sure to get Leafy's channel back. They made sure to get his channel back before they made James Charles on the trending page, because how could they argue of putting James Charles on the trending page without getting Leafy's channel back? Yeah, so he got his channel back, and I forget I forgot exactly what he did, but I don't care. The moment James Charles admitted
he
to
was
a crime,
he was violating terms of service because he was making fun of kids and he's mean, like literally violating terms of service, which is funny because people violate terms of service every day. YouTube doesn't care. So I don't know what it was about Leafy that they banned him specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody asked if we can do 1.25 speed. Yeah. I'm down for that. Oh, Anward said Ethan has principles, but he also has personal beef with James Charles. That's true. If y'all don't know the personal beef, you remember the personal beef he has?
Was it prior to Frenemies?
I don't know, but I think it was during. James Charles came out with some clothes and it looked exactly like Titty Fresh. So Ethan was like,
I remember that.
You copied Teddy Fresh. He's like, no, I didn't. And then he has like receipts of James asking him for inspiration or something.
Oh,
Anyway,
really?
you don't remember? Yeah, there was
No,
like,
I
oh
saw, like, I remember that. I just don't remember the part because I remember they put his clothes and Teddy Fresh clothes, and they were the same. But I don't remember Ethan saying that James had showed him receipts for that.
no, like James had gone. I keep saying slid into DMs, but James DM'd Ethan at some point prior. I don't remember if he was asking for tips or asking, "Hey, do you mind if my clothing is inspired?" Something that kind of implies, because James was like, "Oh, I've never seen your stuff before. I've never seen your stuff before," but the DM shows you have seen his stuff. Like you're talking to him about it.
Right.
So anyway, Anne said, he has personal beef. I don't believe he would use his channel, lose his channel over this. He doesn't ride for kids at any other time except when it's James. No, I get what Anne is saying, because I think Ethan is the kind of person who, if he has personal beef with you, whatever bad thing you did that hasn't been accounted for, he's not gonna let it go. Like, he's gonna keep talking about it if he has personal beef with you. So I get that, Anne.
Here's an unpopular opinion. I think the way how Keemstar and Ethan Klein's beef started was Ethan's fault. I think the beginning.
Oh, what do you
You know,
mean?
because Keem flew from New York to LA to be on his live stream, his show.
Who flew?
Keemstar, he flew from New York
Okay.
to go to LA to be on the show.
Okay.
And long story short, the show was great, everything was great, and then I guess the people in the comments were like, "I can't believe you did a live with Keemstar. We don't like him." And then he had pinned a comment stating that we don't like him either, and pinned that comment. And so, Keemstar found out about that comment, and all hell broke loose from there. But he did that to please. It's kind of like the whole. Well, never mind. Yeah, I'll mention it. It's kind of like the whole Smokey Glow and Angelica Owl situation. How Smokey Glow had pinned a comment saying she was going to look into, when people got mad that they collaborated, and then she pinned a comment saying she was going to look into the matter, and Angelica Oles was mad because Smokey should have waited until, in the UK until she was up before even pinning a comment.
That was so stupid. Now, Angelica Oles is a stupid, whiny grow up. Angelica
No, but
Oles
I agreed with that argument a little bit. I agreed with that argument. Don't get me wrong.
Why Why did she? Well, yeah. Why did she need to wait? Why?
Well,
Why
because
would she
if
need
they
to
are
wait?
friends, and and she's responding to a comment saying, "Hey, I didn't know, but I'll look into this matter." What do you mean you didn't know, Hannah? You do all this research. And mind you, I love Smokey Glow. I love her, so I'm just trying to use an example here. Like, no, I would like, if I was friends with someone, I would like them to at least talk to me first before they start to respond to social media. That's what I would like. So that's just my take on it. But anyways, that's similar to what Ethan Klein did. And mind you, I'm not trying to take Keemstar's side because I am not a fan of Keemstar whatsoever. But the way how that beef started, it started with Ethan.
Well, no, I think Keemstar's immature, because Ethan, this is not like Smokey Glow and Angelica Oles, because in no way are we to assume that Ethan and Keemstar are friends. So why would he not? Why would he not reiterate to his audience, "I don't like"?
No, because they already were having beef, and then Keemstar flew and went on his podcast.
Yeah, for money,
right?
not to be friends.
Here's the thing, though. Everything was fine during the podcast. They flew to cut the beef, and Keemstar, like, when they left, everything was good. There was no like mean talk, trash talk. It wasn't like everyone was under the
You left on good. You left without trash talking. That doesn't mean you like each other now.
No, but it doesn't. But it shows your phony and fakeness. Why you have me defending Gabbie Hanna now?
No, it's not phony and fake. Like, when you are talking to someone you don't like, you're not going to be like, "By the way, I don't like you," just for the rest of this conversation,
No,
just
you
remember,
don't
I don't
understand.
like you. You don't do
No, the
that.
whole, maybe I'm not explaining it enough, but the whole thing was that they were supposed to squash the beef, which he thought they did on the podcast. That's why he flew and went on his thing, because they squashed the beef that they had. Everything was good. And then it wasn't until after he flew back that's when he read about the comment, the pinned comment
I
that
think that's
Ethan wrote.
fake. Because you can maybe a particular, for example, let's say James Charles actually apologizes to Ethan. I'm sorry for stealing your Teddy Fresh design. Okay. That beef is squashed. Does that mean Ethan now likes James Charles? No, James Charles is still predatory on his audience. He still doesn't like James Charles. That's how I see it. You can squash an individual beef and you still don't like that person. I
No,
would
I
do
say
this.
don't
I
come
would
on
do
my
the
damn
same
show.
thing.
I would say don't come on my because
No,
I
I would
feel
have
like
you
that
come
was
on my show.
phony.
I'll have people I don't like on my show. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm not about to sit there and do a whole 180 after they leave either. Like it's either we're
I don't
gonna
think it's
leave here,
180. I don't think it's
we're gonna leave here
180.
squashing it or not. I don't know, in my opinion.
Because you can't squash your existence. Keemstar's existence is online. His existence online is gross. Like you can't squash that. Like how can you like that just because you chatted for an hour or two?
No one's saying to like it. I'm just saying it came off as phony because from my understanding, they came onto the show to kind of squash it. And even though Ethan wasn't like, they weren't like besties afterwards. Hell no, they
You're
weren't.
not
Not
going to
even
be
during the
friends.
show.
You're going to barely
But the
acquaintances.
whole moral of going on the show was kind of just stop, like, not immediately.
Bickering.
Right. Like you would at least think, give it a few days. The dude immediately after Keemstar flew back to New York was like, yeah, we don't like him either.
Yeah, I would
So
do it
it's
immediately too. I would
don't
want my
know.
audience to know we still don't like this guy. We're just not going to fight about XYZ anymore.
A little bit fake to me, but okay.
That's normal too. Like that's normal. You're not gonna insult people in their face. You're not gonna be like for the whole hour,
Well, that's
hey,
phony.
5-minute reminder, I don't like you. Oh, it's my alarm going off. I have to remind you, even though we're cordial right now, I need to remind you I don't like you. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. You're just a regular, you don't have to iterate to somebody you don't like them. Like Kim's, I don't know. How is that fake? That's normal. Do you do that when you have to talk to someone you don't like? Or you agree to talk to someone you don't like? Do you remind them that you don't like them?
I talk about the things of why, if I didn't like, for example, like if I did, ooh, I almost spilled water on my laptop. If I didn't like you, for instance, like we would have a conversation. I'm like, hey, just so you know, like I didn't like such and such that you did the other day, blah, blah, blah. Like I would want to leave the conversation having some type of understanding, like, hey, like I don't like you, or this is what you did to upset me, etc., and then keep it going. Like, yeah, I would let someone know I don't like them. If I was talking to someone, yeah. Like I don't think I've been phony at all.
Wait, you remind people after you share, everybody shares their side, and even if
I don't
because you
remind them.
can still
Wait,
dislike someone even if you understand them. Like I feel like I understand Trisha and Gabby. I don't like them. I feel like I can empathize with them and understand them, but I don't like them. But if I was talking to them, I'm not going to remind them I don't like them.
I don't know. If I'm talking, because now I'm confused. Like, if I'm talking to someone and I don't like them, I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to tell them in the nicest way of not necessarily why I don't like, I'm going to tell them that the reason, like, bring up the reason why they upset me and to see if we can kind of come to some type of understanding. So
Yeah,
that's what I
but
would do.
you can understand and still not like them. And you don't have to say, "Hey, I totally get you. I still don't like you." You don't have to say that. You can just let the conversation end cordially and they go back to their house and that's fine.
I don't know. I just think that when you go on someone's podcast like that, at least for the thing is, I guess my problem is if they had an understanding of, hey, we both still don't like each other.
Well, Jay Heap says they told him on the podcast they don't like him.
Well, I gotta watch the podcast. Because from my understanding, though, it was like, because I didn't watch the podcast. I just read like a lot about it. I heard a lot about it, reading comments about it. And
yeah, but for full context, I didn't watch the podcast either. I just feel like someone like Keemstar agrees to come on Ethan's podcast. They have a specific beef. Keemstar knows he's a deplorable person.
But
I think it's weird for him to expect to be liked.
No, he wasn't. No, from his point of view, he thought he left there like on. They knew, like,
you know, good for him.
Besties braiding each other's hair.
I don't believe he truly now, because you know don't even play like you don't know Keemstar. You know Keemstar. You know Keemstar in 1 week. In 1 week, Keemstar will bring up something and start beef again. You know Keemstar.
I believe when he said, like, listen, okay, so all jokes aside, they're episodes of Mom's Basement. Now, people are the honest, at least Keemstar is, like, he's a whole different other man on that podcast. You would be like, wait, what? Like, and I've listened to every single episode of Mom's Basement. There's like, what, 80 or something now? And I've listened to all of them for research. And
isn't that the same podcast that he talks about how he got his 22-year-old girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sounds like the same guy, but continue.
No, because
it sounds like the same deplorable character.
He's not.
The way he spoke, it depends on the conversation.
Yeah, because this is the same dude, by the way, guys, that sits there and talks about mental health in a different light on this podcast as well. I mean,
okay, and then he goes on Petty Page's thing and says somebody doesn't have an ED because they aren't
I'm not talking about Petty Page's thing. I'm talking about his Mom's Basement podcast.
But it's the same guy. It's the same human being, the same person.
I know it's the same person. All the argument I'm trying to state here is that he is a little bit more genuine and serious on the podcast. Now, there are some episodes where you can tell, like, oh, like, they're trying to make this like a bro episode. They're trying to make this like a, you can tell. And that was one of the episodes with the 22-year-old where they're trying to make this a bro. But let me tell you, I've listened to over 80 freaking episodes of this podcast. And I'm telling you, there are moments in this podcast, and I'm not trying to defend Peems.
I have to call him that from now on. Peenstar. You are totally defending Peenstar.
I'm not trying to defend Keemstar, but I'm telling you, there are moments I would hate to admit it, but there were moments where I would literally be like, oh shit, like this dude has a heart. There were moments. Okay,
I'll believe you. I'm sure he has a heart, you know, and I'm sure if you met him in person, he would be an awesome guy to hang out with. I totally believe if I met Peenstar, you know, in a different setting, I would have a good time hanging out with him. I believe that. I still wouldn't like him, trust him.
Okay.
But I'm just saying in Ethan's defense of, because I know what you were trying to say is he pinned that comment just to appease his audience. And I'm saying I would do the same thing because I'm not doing it just to appease my audience, but to also make sure there's no misunderstanding. I'm not in any way aligned with that person just because they came on my show.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I get it. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm listening.
But you're saying that's fake. You're saying that's fake, so I would be fake.
I'm just gonna. I don't know. But yeah. So, because I feel like I said everything. So I don't know. And I feel like we're just gonna go back and forth. So you feel how you feel. I'll feel how I feel.
Straight up Chris Hansen style. But yeah, that's pretty weird stuff, dude. You know? And on top of it, it's not like, you know, he made a promise to everyone back in the day. He's like, I promise, guys, you have to believe me. I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Dating.
I know, right? But he keeps
social media
doing
accounts
it.
aren't dating. They're not supposed to be used for dating. Like, this dude can't catch a date. I mean, it's all about power, dude. It's all about power and control. Like any good Alien vs. Predator. Yeah, so he promised he's not going to do it again. And then, boom, just a couple weeks ago, he gets caught. Let's look at this shit, dude. Let me pull this up.
I know. I want to see some reviews.
DMs trying to get him to add him on Snapchat, which was his move. His MO.
What?
He was trying to get people over on Snapchat.
He did this again?
He can't stop himself.
But here he is back at it. So like,
no.
Changed. Here it is. This was a guy called Ricky Murder.
Oh, you know what? I actually saw this, and I'm not sure this is accurate. I'm not sure I believe it. Hold on.
I think it may be fake.
Yeah.
Murder. Like a Tupac song. You know, Tupac says murder kind of funny. Yeah, cool. I mean, cool. Yeah. Sorry. He lives a Tupac head. So, got a little copyrighted music there. Shout out to the song.
So this is the last video I'm gonna make about this. I just want to clear the air for anybody that has questions. So James Charles DM me. He asked for my Snapchat. I didn't reply. I didn't say a thing. The next day I noticed that he unsent the DM and he blocked me. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. I thought it was funny that he asked for my Snapchat. So I said I'm gonna make a little funny video out of it. You know, it wasn't that deep. So then I guess he unblocks me and he sends me those text messages basically trying to blackmail me, you know? First off, homie, I had tattoos on both of my hands. If that was me in those pictures.
Okay, so wait, it doesn't show. I guess James had a series of shit he tweeted out. Fuck, I gotta find those. But yeah, so James just cold DMs this guy and says, yo, hit me with your snap. What's your snap? Which AKA means, you know, are you ready to get lifelong trauma?
He goes and snaps. Says, "Are you ready to get lifelong trauma?" Ethan Klein is hilarious. He is so hilarious. I do not care what anyone says. He's hilarious.
And then all of a sudden he blocks him and removes it, and he's like, "What's going on?" So here, and then okay, so James put out a blurred message thread saying, "Oh, it'd be a shame if I released these," and it appeared to be like he had blurred out some kind of sexting photos. It looked like maybe it was a genital shot or something like that. Okay, and he's like, "Yo, dude, you sent me a picture of your dick. I'm gonna release it to the world." Which, by the way, revenge porn, illegal.
Yeah.
Also,
that's illegal.
Like he just turned 19,
especially in California.
He's 18. That's crazy. This guy he just turned 18. Do you see?
Barely legal.
He's a menace to society. He's like, yo, I'm gonna.
You know what? Dustin Daly actually had a really great video on this that made me kind of didn't believe. Because
what did Dustin say?
It was so long ago. This was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I feel like.
Oh, so this is kind of old?
Kind of. Like, okay. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube, so maybe my YouTube timeline is off. But but you know what? Maybe Creepshow Art can help me with that because she seems to know everyone else's timeline. So, but I will say that Dustin Daly, if you ever get a chance to watch his video on this, he pointed out something, and I forget what it is, but it made me believe this was fake. That's what it made me believe. Because I'm like, I think this is where I saw it from his video.
Let me see.
I'm going to release a picture of your potentially minor private part.
Hold on, let me just, because I feel like to give some context a little
Yeah, pull up
bit.
Justin Daly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
just go
that's
ahead,
why I
do
was
it.
like, this is kind of fake,
Okay.
I think. But I think Ethan will do anything at any like as long as someone says something about him. Wait, what is this?
No, that's so nice.
Oh, he changed his thing. What's the T? Okay. Oh, this is it. See, clearly I watched the whole thing.
There's so much drama going on right now. Whoa. Hey, what is up, all my social comment friends? It's Dustin, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the mess that is James Charles's career and something that he is allegedly getting called out for now, as well as the continued saga that is Trisha Paytas and her trolling. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first things first, as you guys know, Trisha Paytas has been on her collection tour of religions and cultures for the past couple of months
This
now.
was
Her
a few weeks ago.
collection tour.
Twitter to
I
say
like that
that she's not
religions and
pagan,
culture tour.
and she is
Yeah.
offending the pagan community. Guys,
That's such a great
commentary.
way to call it. Okay.
Okay, kind of
Yeah, you're
forward
there.
this. Get to Dustin Daly's commentary. Hold on.
Is he talk? You think he's talking over that James Charles thing? Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Okay. Could you hear me? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Udoka?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, Udoka.
Nothing changed on my end at all. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can hear me. Let me see. No, I can hear me. Oh, Blossom,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Udoka, I
We
can't
can
hear
all
you.
hear you. We can
So
all hear
let
you.
me do this.
Wait, don't end. Is something wrong with your mic? Because we can all hear you.
Okay. Okay, I can hear you. Yes. I can hear
Okay.
you.
What was wrong? What happened?
I don't know. I just I took out my plug of my mic and then I put it back on external. I put it back on Yano, if that makes sense.
Oh, you took it off your mic and you put it.
Yeah, because I
directly
couldn't
to the
hear
computer?
you, so I just restarted like the whole thing.
Oh, okay. You just have to restart that. Okay. Now I know what to do for next time.
Okay, so now we're about to get into Dustin's commentary about this.
I told y'all, man. And to finish this off for real, he even said.
And you can hear it, right?
Now, so you
Yep.
So yeah. Okay, so if you didn't catch all of that, basically what this guy is saying or alluding to is that James Charles allegedly messaged him on Instagram, asked for his Snapchat, and then when the guy didn't add him on Snapchat, James then sent pictures that were allegedly found on Twitter of this guy, which are not really flattering. I don't know what this guy is touting this as, if he's some kind of like gift, but he's saying that James then turned around, sent those pictures, and said that it would be a shame for him to duet these on TikTok. One, I do not think that James would put this on TikTok. James cannot have another scandal in regards to this type of behavior. And then he's saying that James Charles sent him a message that says, "What's funny? Someone DM me your Snap," so I added the account, Rick Murda. And I also asked you there for you to take it down. When that Snapchat account started getting flirty with me, I used my friend's phone to take photos of the screen because I knew you wouldn't want people seeing that. I get used constantly by straight men that are attracted to me behind the scenes but want to use me for clout in public, so I assumed you were doing the same thing, and that's why I DM'd you the screenshots, which once again are real, hoping you delete your videos about me. Either you sent me the fake dick pic, which I'll admit is pretty smart, or someone made a fake Snapchat account using your name to
catfish people. If that's the case, then that's genuinely not bad. You're right about the hand tattoos, and you have a catfish on your hands either way. Now, listen, I'm literally the last person that would defend James Charles because I've called him out so much for so many different things. However, I just do not believe that this is what happened. I don't believe this guy. I don't think that this is real, and let me tell you why. One, because what this says in this message is not worded the way that James would talk to someone. I have talked to James on numerous different occasions. This is not the
I'm
way he talks to
confused.
people.
What's
He talks
the
very
message James
condescending.
sent?
He talks down to people. This is not how James communicates to people. Two, in this message, it says that he would not want this person to see these pictures. That's completely a lie. This guy has a Twitter where he shows off for his OnlyFans, so I don't really understand how that got put into this context. And three, if you go back into the message that the guy shows, if you look at it on the second video or third video that he posted, the message that said, "What's your snap?" is missing. Now, I don't understand why that would have been deleted and then the dick pictures would have been sent. That makes absolutely no sense to me in my brain. I can't work that out. I can't figure that out. So none of this is making sense to me. This doesn't mesh with me. This does not seem like a situation that James Charles would inject himself into, because he hasn't done anything like this in the past that I'm aware of where he's tried to retaliate against people in this way by sending dick pictures. That just makes absolutely no sense. I would expect that James would be like, I'm going to get my lawyer involved like he has in the past. So this is giving me that this guy is doing this for clout. That's just my opinion.
Just
I
watching
could be
the
totally
person
wrong.
remove
That's
their
how I feel
makeup.
about the situation. I don't think that James Charles would put this much.
But when you put all that together, I mean, it was pretty fast, but when you put it all together, it just made me, when the guy was like, he didn't feel comfortable with showing his dick pic or something like that, but he has an OnlyFans, I was like, you're kind of a clout chaser.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really believe, based off of what even Dustin was saying, I was like, I don't believe this one. But what I'm saying
the
is,
suspicious thing for me is how the private messaging looked different, because first it's what's your snap and nothing else, and then it has all this stuff. So that I'm like, that doesn't seem right to me either.
Yeah, it just seemed off when he put everything together, and I was like, we're not going to believe this one. But my thing is, do you think Ethan Klein would even look into anything against this? Do you think Ethan Klein ever was like, hey, let me Google up just to see if this is false?
No, he's not going to. No.
Right.
Somebody will have to bring it to his attention. And if this was his podcast, he would have a staff who would bring it to his attention. But this is just him by himself.
Yeah.
And Gila doesn't seem to be paying attention. So.
So that's why I was like, I don't really believe this whole thing, but let's keep it going, I guess.
Okay, then skip through the guy's receipts.
Oh, yeah.
Because honestly, it's confusing, and the receipts are. They were.
Plus, I just want to listen to the commentary, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was a child's. I mean, this is crazy. It's disturbing. Yeah, so this just happened. It was actually pretty big news on TikTok. I saw it floating around. And then YouTube said, well, this is a good time to trend James. Yeah, I mean, the problem with James is that his viewers clearly don't care about what he's doing, actively doing. And that's probably because they're very young. I would say target demographic
they're kids.
is
They
young
probably
girls,
forgot or don't even know.
16, right, Ela? Yeah. So they don't understand the gravity of the situation.
He was a mood.
I can't imagine anyone older that actually sticking around and watching. And what's interesting is that his views have dipped substantially.
It has. His views have dipped, though. He still gets a million, but not. Yeah.
Def Noodles made a great point. He's like, this dude was collaborating with the freaking Kardashians a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
2 million. Let me zoom in so you guys can see.
Excuse me.
1 million, 2 million, 1.4. That's a lot, but compared to what it
used to be,
absolutely nuts. I mean,
it used to be crazy.
He was getting 20. I don't know if you remember this, but 20 million, 50 million. When he was friends, remember when he got in good with Charlie?
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Damn, that boy's rich. Damn.
Yeah, so
that boy is rich as hell.
6 million, 12 million.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't understand how he's trying to date his audience.
Yeah, look, Kylie Jenner's makeup
21 million. He was getting millions.
Some people use their influence for good, and some use them to fuck children.
This boy was
Like Spider-Man, they says, with great power becomes great responsibility. But James Charles' motto is, with great power comes fucking little kids.
Ethan is so funny.
Well, we did Doja Cat's makeup. God, that's embarrassing. That's
yeah, I
crazy.
watched
You
that like
understand what
several
I'm saying? This is
times.
insane.
I love
You're
Doja
Doja Cat.
Cat's makeup. Dude, he got Doja Cat to drop a
The
high
fact
sister.
that Ethan is a Doja Cat fan, I love
All these
that. I
people
did not
probably
know
so
he
embarrassed
was a
having
fan.
done these videos with him. So yeah, he's fallen off. Still a lot of views though, so let's be straight about that. But that's it. We love it. Oh shit! I keep showing my desktop, and y'all are clowning on me in the last video. You guys want to see what's on my desktop? I'll show you. I don't know what this is. Untitled folder. It's empty. I literally have an empty folder on my desktop.
Okay, can I just say, whatever. This is Ethan Klein. You know, this was an empty Mac that he had downstairs, whatever. So please, like, let's not pretend that this was the
His
laptop that you
personal-
use to do your shit. So you can show me anything you want here, but let's keep it real. This was an empty Mac that that you had sitting here because you have money and coins. So let's stop with the I don't even know what this is. Yeah, because come on.
Here, let's erase that. I don't need that shit. Untitled folder 2. Another empty folder. Ela, what the fuck is happening on my desktop? Legoland tickets. Legoland was awesome, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Went there with Theodore and Ela's mom. Was a good time. Legoland's good for kids, dude.
All right, is there
It's
anything
fun.
else?
It's just
Oh,
making
it's
sure
the
that
video's
the
done.
kids-
Yeah, the
Yeah,
video's
it's
done.
done.
But they have a goddamn show.
That's all it is.
For you to go to Legoland. Stay the fuck away from Legoland, James.
Away from
Um,
James.
Yeah, that's so weird. Maybe YouTube is trying to help him because his views did significantly drop. And
Anne said that there was a folder that said Keemstar Crimes.
That's a good catch.
I think it was like, I don't know. I think that was performative just because I remember Ethan talking about, I remember there being, I think it was Keemstar who had a folder on Ethan on his desktop at one point.
Of course.
So I think that, and that was made public.
Ew.
So I think if I'm correct
course.
there.
And you really expect Ethan to be like, we're friends. Something like that.
No,
Okay.
don't expect it. I don't expect him to say that they were friends. No. But yeah. Oh yeah. Anne says H3 crimes. Yeah, I think Ethan did that on purpose to be funny because I do know there was something about Keemstar having a folder on him. So yeah. Oh my gosh. All this tea. I feel like we discussed Mysterious. How
the fan backlash, and when you clip that into a highlight, there's gonna they will never stop. They won't stop.
I will. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna still say the same damn thing about Mysterious Tea. I don't care because these are one of those things where watch. I don't know if it's going to be a year from now, months from now, but people are going to open up their eyes and realize that
she's gonna, because it eventually happens, especially with the kind of person who doesn't want to be transparent. Somebody's gonna do some expose, or she's gonna say the wrong thing that makes her audience mad, and they'll come around.
Yeah. Jay said, did you see Keemstar leak a bunch of people's phone number in his newest drama alert? I think Bryce Hall. Nope, I didn't.
Whatever,
I don't watch
Keemstar.
Drama Alert. I do not watch Drama Alert. I don't watch that T channel. There's other T channels I could watch.
And he only the stuff he covers are not. I don't know. It's not stuff that. It's stuff that he cares about.
Oh, Christina. Hey, Christina. Christina says she agreed. She goes, I agree with Blossom on Ethan being more at fault with the start of the beef. Christina also says, and I think they are both immature. Yeah, Ethan and Keemstar are both immature, for sure. Yeah. I think they're both immature. I think they both, I can equally agree. Now, do I think Keemstar says things for like clout and attention. I remember one year he
Mm-hmm.
had stated he was having an argument on Twitter with Lori DIY, saying like mental health pills aren't real, like it's just, you know, money that like from the pharmaceutical companies, they make money off of us. There was one point where he was stating that, and Lori DIY came out and was like, do not listen to him. Like, I'm on anxiety meds or etc. And it was funny, like how she would
You
just
know, the
came out.
Church of that's like a huge point in the Church of Scientology. They say that those medications are not real.
Well, he believed that because there was evidence that illustrates in his podcast that during the time that he had said that, he was just trolling, because there was a time when FaZe Banks was actually going through depression and he was actually had to put himself in a mental hospital, and Keemstar was there for him and mentally, and they talk about that. That's like, so he didn't believe that. So that was just
you're
something
saying
he did.
He didn't actually believe that.
He was just trolling. Yes, I like Deaf Noodles too. Deaf Noodles is awesome. But yeah, for
like
those of
noodles.
you who are just joining, we went over our comments about Mysterious Tea because a lot of people didn't like our take. We went over Ari Fletcher about her inappropriate podcast, basically advertising domestic violence, and we went over Ethan Klein. Oh no, we went over Gabbie Hanna, possibly
And
copying
if her music
Paramore's.
copied Paramore, yeah.
Pretty
her
much.
rudimentary music.
And then the whole Ethan Klein and James Charles. So yeah, that was kind of the tea today. Yeah.
I would love if people started suggesting tea that they want us to react to, because sometimes I feel like I don't know what's tea. What should we talk about?
I know. Sometimes, like, honestly, we'll be like, hey, what should we talk about? And then we're like coming up with like different stuff. Oh yeah, this is happening, that's happening. But yeah.
And also sometimes there's smaller creator tea going on that I want to get in on, because we're also small.
I do not want to get in on there. There's some ones I don't want to get in on.
Okay.
There's some ones I think are stupid.
Oh, like which ones? Are they active right now or just old stuff?
They're active right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I know we're a small channel out here in these streets, but what's the point of saying someone's name if I don't have to, you know? So
if it's tea, it's tea.
It's not though. Like I feel like some creators, like when you purposely go after a smaller creator always all the time, when you show a pattern of constantly going after a small creator, then maybe you think that some creators, I think they think if they continue to go after these smaller creators, that will gain them more views and subscribers. That like you can tell that's clearly how they think they're going to grow their channel. And that's what I don't like, is when the small YouTubers keep going after this. Like, it's like, why don't you have anything else to talk about other than going after this same person that has the same amount of subscribers as you? Like, it sounds so stupid to me.
So. No, because I've seen that with I don't know what to call them. There are a lot of these smaller, and we're also a small tea channel, but I noticed some of these small tea channels that are, I don't know, it's like a mom, like on her off time when the kids are sleeping or something, and she's just talking, but it's about always the same other small creators. And I thought it's just like, oh, there's this tea community, but you know, it might be what you're saying, that they think they're gonna keep getting big going after this thing. They do.
Like I remember asking someone, because I thought maybe like I'll, talk about it on an honest conversation. So I was directed to a 5-hour live stream. I was like, first off, I was like, are you serious? I sat and asked in the comments, hey, what is this tea about real quick? They directed me to a 5-hour live stream. Anyways.
Oh,
So I go to the
no.
I go to the 5-hour live stream and I listen to maybe 3 hours of it while I'm doing stuff around the house. And I kid you not, it was like, you didn't say this. You said this in this live at this
Oh
second
yeah, no, I'm
about,
not. Yeah, I know
like,
exactly what
what
you're
the
talking
fuck?
about. Like very small.
Like you said,
That's
so you didn't say this and this. I'm like, who gives a damn? And I was
yeah.
like, these people do because they think that's how they're gonna grow. Like, you know, and
Yeah,
granted,
you
we
know
are a
what?
small ass channel out
I
here in these
didn't pay
streets.
attention to that stuff because I click off. So I
Mhm.
did. I know
Mhm.
what you're talking about, and that is not the kind of tea I want to cover. No.
I remember going on I remember going on I was talking to Xylee, and yeah, I said this in the podcast. I said this. I said um I called it trailer park commentary. No, because it it was the most, guys, and not no disrespect, but it was the most cattiest thing ever, and it was very
Mm,
clear. It was clear as day that this drama was only to get more views and
yeah.
subscribers. I'm not sure if these people really give a damn about what they're saying. And then they make
Yeah.
these 2-minute videos of, you really said this, but this is where you said it. Like, who is
Oh yeah,
watching
no,
it?
it's too
Like,
much. It's too much.
yeah.
Now there's this smaller creator that I've criticized on my channel, and I just did one video because that was enough. But then I started seeing everybody else criticize this person, and exactly what you're talking about, like all of like multiple 2-minute videos
Mm-hmm.
about like an extra detail. Like we already all agree this person has a really bad take. Like you don't need to add 2-minute videos every hour.
Yeah, and
I know
like,
what you mean.
I get annoyed too when people are like, "Well, how dare you? You can make." And then I saw this drama one time, and I was like, "How dare you?" This one small YouTuber was just like, "Oh my gosh, how dare you? You can go after this or that, but don't go after my blah 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 blah." Listen, you online, so it doesn't matter. Like, you're online, so how are you gonna make a video telling someone you can come after me, you can come after blah blah blah, but do not come after this and this and this or my kids, blah blah blah. I'm sitting here like, it don't matter. You're online. The moment you post something online, and you know this, so why are we acting stupid now? Like,
Oh wow.
is the moment you post something online, like, regardless of what we say in this live, we're super small, but still, everyone has the right to respond
So
to
you
any type
think
of way they want.
there's nothing that's off limits?
The moment you start posting shit online and talking about other people, no. I knew the moment I started posting on an honest conversation talking about people, I knew it was a freaking fair game. I was like, fuck, it's a fair game.
Well, it's you knowing that people will not have limits is one thing, but expecting colleagues to know the limits, that's another thing. But what you're saying is, even amongst your colleagues, nothing's off limits.
Okay. It would be out of respect to have nothing off limits, because I've never talked about people I've never talked about people, like, said their name publicly of anyone who I'm friends with on YouTube or done collaborations with, etc. No. I think it's a respectful thing to not, like, say, hey, this person, like, I did a collab with Julia Len. I love her. I love her. Oh, she said she wanted to come on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she did. But I'm just using her as an example. With Julia Len, if I was just like talking shit about her, I wouldn't be like, so Julia Len, so she said this and this and this. Like, I wouldn't do that, That's a respect thing. But what I'm saying in general, the moment anyone starts to talk about anyone else online, fair game. It's fair game.
Well, I think so. Okay, what comes to my mind is like, Cardi B how she will fight you if you can say all the things you want about her, but if you mention her child, she's like, you went too far.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, okay, so in your opinion, talking about her child isn't too far.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you like? Oh, your kids are not off limits.
Look, anyone, am I saying, here's the thing. Is it the right thing to do? No, it's not the right thing to talk about someone's kid. I never talk about someone's kid online. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I'm tired of people acting so surprised when, people start talking about anything of their lives. Like, why are you acting brand new and surprised? So I'm not saying these things are okay to do. What I'm saying is stop acting brand new. Stop acting surprised. You sat there and made a whole entire video on someone and you expect them to not hit you where it hurts. Please stop acting brand new and surprised. So, and the thing is, I can't even say it like, so yeah, like that's how I feel.
Oh, Ann Ward watched whatever 5-hour thing you watched, which I don't know who.
Actually,
I
that
don't know who the
particular
person.
woman is very ethical. She's not a. I thought I was being vague as fuck. Hold on, she's a YouTuber. Really, she made a channel to clear her name. The drama was, but that was Steph. I felt was showing integrity in a BS situation.
I don't even know what the situation is.
Thanks. You said I get what you're saying, Blossom. Thanks. I don't even remember the names. I like I said, I tuned out after hour 3, so I don't know. But I don't remember the names. I don't remember the names, but I really don't. I'm not even trying to be vague anymore. I just don't remember the names. But I remember, like, you can't control what other people talk about. To me, people who try and tell you what you can or cannot talk about is privileged. Yeah. And I want to be very clear because I know I want to be very clear, but I do think, and I will say this, if you're behind a paywall, that's a different story. And you're being vague. Now, if you're behind a paywall, but you say, Julian Lynn is a bitch and blah, 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 that's a different story. But if you're behind a paywall and you're simply, talking about others, but being vague like this, being vague or, that's a different story because I know, like, I've stuck up for Hello Leash when it came to that. Like, when she's behind a paywall, and people are still paying to see her shit. I guess if they're paying, pay her, fine. But still. But that's my opinion with it. I just think that it's just a bunch of bull.
You shouldn't. You're like, if someone's like, so and so, I can't believe so and so said this about my XYZ, and you're just like, well, I mean, they can say that.
Well, it sucks. It's sad. I'm sorry you had to hear it, but they could say it. That's like, I'm telling you, like, it's so, because I remember when people, and I always bring this up because I'm a small YouTuber, so this was like my big drama moment, is when like the commentary bros had called me out, and then I was talked about on the Mom's Basement podcast. And I remember when my mom and my other YouTube friend were like, respond, you should have a response video. I said, they right, like, I'm not about, like, they right, like, they have the right to respond. I was like, they right, I should have said that. So, because everyone, that's why I never responded, because I was like, they're right. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what the heck? Like, now if I have an argument, don't get me wrong, I'm vocal when I want to be vocal and I want to have an opinion. I'll have an opinion and state how I feel. But with things like that, like, I'm highly aware people have the right to respond. I can't make a video about Gabbie Hanna and no one respond. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people have that right. So I'm, even whether I like it or not, the moment I made that decision to talk about other people online, everyone has the right. I got called. I even made a video monetized off of it, reading my hate comments. I read all my hate comments.
Yeah, like, yes, people will say whatever they're gonna say about something that's public. Wait, so that's why. Oh, so that explains a lot, because you were saying earlier you felt like people who have drama channels or exposed channels who don't show their face, What did you say? Like they have a cheat code? You didn't say they have a cheat code, but that's how I interpreted it. Like they're like it's not fair. So now I understand why you say it's not fair. Because for those of us who show our face,
To be clear, guys, I was talking about this with her on the phone because they're probably like, wait, what are you talking about?
We didn't talk about this on the podcast yet.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Blossom said that people who do what we do but they don't show their face is not fair because that's less things people are coming at that person for.
Well, it's not even that. I think I want to be honest. Do I kind of regret showing my face? Yes. But I will state that I think it's unfair because here you are holding someone accountable. But no one knows shit about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You and people are following you, but who are you? So, and that's kind of that. That's kind of that. Like, I don't really like to. I'm not a huge fan of following people that don't show their faces, like who have a full blown channel but don't show their faces. For all I know, they're like Michael Myers. You know what I mean? And I don't know. That's my only thing. I don't like I get that Mysterious T, she did a really amazing job with showing up with the receipts, etc. But look at that company who pretended to be someone when they were just a company, like
Spill.
We believe.
Are you talking about
people,
Spill, that cartoon thing?
Yeah, but I'm saying we believe these people, but who the hell are they? And
Creep Show.
Right. Like I was saying, Creep Show. Look what this chick did. Shit. She stalked someone for years. Went on a whole different website and started talking shit about the people who she was praising publicly. I don't trust people like that. And I'm not saying, and I get it. I get that people.
I get why you would hide your face.
Yeah, I get why you would. But my thing
viewer, it's hard. How can we trust you? Because we don't know you.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. It's different. It's different. But when you are holding someone, even if you're doing a movie review or whatever, that's different. What I'm saying is when you are holding someone accountable, yes, you should show your face. Now, with that being said, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do I regret showing my face? Of course I do. I really do. But there's nothing I can do about it now, so I can't really fixate on that. So, and Kat goes, sometimes it's a team of people too. Yeah. How many years did it take for us to know that Hot Tea was a team of people? You know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing against Hot Tea. I like Hot Tea. We were able to see Hot Tea in with her team.
She has a team.
Get this, Keemstar. So Keemstar called her out. This was literally a few months ago. Keemstar had called her out and was like, hey, I'm going to do a debate with you, etc. He never realized that she had a team of people, so he never did the debate.
Oh.
So, and like I said, I love Hot Tea, but I am just saying, you just never know. You don't know.
You don't know.
I like to know. I like to know the person who's holding that one accountable because then it's
Me too. I mean, there's channels that pop up and all the channel list is receipts. I think that's fine. Those channels that the person's not talking, they're just playing clips one after the other of receipts.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. But when you're inserting your voice, your opinion, so and so should do XYZ because this is what I think, then it's okay, but who are you? I'd like to know who you are. I'd like to know why you think what you think. What's your background, all that stuff. Right. Who are you? Can I see you? Anyway.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that stuff. But here's the thing. If you were talking about movie reviews, talking about, I really don't know, ASMR shit. I don't know.
Things that are not being critical of other people. Yeah.
And holding people accountable and trying to cancel them or etc. Yeah. So those are my thoughts about that. Do I have any other opinions? Oh, and with Gabbie Hanna, I think people are haters and just want to see her fail with her music.
Yeah. So I think that's what we covered. Is that the first thing we covered? No, we covered the Mysterious T stands in the comments. Then we could then cover Gabbie Hanna. Yeah. And
Jay said Hot Tea started out as a clip channel. Oh, I don't know. I do follow her though.
I think I follow her. I don't remember if I did.
Yeah, I am subscribed to her. She's pretty cool. I like her takes on things. Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
just subscribe for the tea only. I
yeah.
don't care about her takes. There's
It's
a
not
lot
really
of takes. They're not really takes.
Yeah, they're not really. I'm gonna say they're not really like. She kind of just explains it, and that's it.
Yeah.
She's like David Muir in a way, if you know who he is. ABC. No,
David Muir. I don't know.
it's okay. It's fine. But he's just like a journalist who only explains his takes, but he not his takes. He just explains the situation, but he never states his opinion, basically. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But-
Yeah, that's what I follow for, just for the explanation.
But I follow Tea Time. They are hilarious. Tea Time. I love them.
Which one is Tea Time?
With Mocha and the other dude, I forgot his name. They're so hilarious.
I'm responding to a mysterious stan right now. I'm telling
What
them this person named Emily Black, and I'm telling them we are live right now if you want to spill your heart out.
Oh, that was the person that you. So because we share a channel, it's very funny. It's very funny because we share a channel, because I'll look at stuff and I'll be like, oh, you Douglas got this. I was just scrolling and look at stuff, and it's just, I'm like, all right, I'll respond to this one. And that's another thing I have to ask you. Do you just want us to respond as our channels, or do you care that?
Oh, whichever one. I like somebody responding as that 5%. Because not everybody will know this person responding to me is the person in the video.
Yeah, it's true. I was wondering, and then, but I was like, people give us compliments. I'm like, yeah, we have to respond as that 5%. And then sometimes I just want to respond as, I want you to know it was me who said that. So I'll go on the other channel and they'll respond that way. But it's fun. I think it's funny having like we're both two channels, and like we're both like one channel, and we're responding to comments. It's funny, but
yeah,
because I'm like, I remember me telling someone off, like, you could delete me and unsubscribe, and I was like, oh shit, I should have probably asked Udoka if I could say you could unsubscribe, or you know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there like, oh shit, this isn't just my channel, but I'm sitting there like, unsub.
Wait, no, come back.
But then I also kind of like it, because it's like I share some of the hate with you. You share some of the hate with me. So it's not like, oh, all the hate is coming. Because that was like our first hate, was the mysterious video, our first real hate. And so I was like, yay, this feels awesome. I don't feel like my other channel where people are just like, you blah, 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 you blah, blah, blah. And this one's kind of like, oh, we could share the hate. It's not just me they're talking to, it's Udoka too. So it's pretty cool, actually. So
don't just share the love, share the hate.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm loving this whole duo thing. I love it. This is so much fun. We should have started a podcast sooner.
I know. This is great.
I know. Like, I low-key, okay, so guys, we're gonna end this live soon, but I low-key want to wait 4 more minutes until we hit 3 hours, even though we weren't supposed to hit 3 hours. We weren't supposed to hit 3 hours, but we have 4 more minutes. So, like, let's cherish this moment together for 4 more minutes, because this was only supposed to be 2 hours, and I don't know exactly what happened. But
we just kind of, oh no, we have a lot to say. That's why I was saying earlier on the phone, you were saying, oh, we don't have enough to talk about. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we will talk.
I didn't think we had enough to talk about. It didn't look like it, because she was like, only react to like hit it at these 2 minutes, and we could react to this thing. And then I was like, so we're not going to react to like any full videos. So
yeah, I gave in with the Ethan one.
Yeah. She was like, fine, if we're going to react to a video, let's react to like a really good one. So I don't know. But I don't know what. Someone was like the MA something. the situation with MAPS. Who's MAPS? Because when you were talking about things to talk
Oh,
about,
minor attracted persons. Girl, I got in a whole so let me tell you about MAPS. These are peds. Can I say the word?
yeah,
Pedos, okay? And so there's for example, there's this one YouTuber. His name is, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to drive traffic to him, but he is a ped, okay? He is one.
mhm.
And there's this YouTuber I like. She was commenting on it, and that YouTuber was saying, "Oh, I think he's just trolling." So I left a comment saying,
Mhm.
"No, he actually is one." He has sent me personal messages, and he's one. And
Mhm.
this person's like, are you sure he's a ped, or you just assumed he is? I'm like, yeah, he told me he's attracted to children.
Mhm.
So that's what it means to be a ped. Then this
Mhm.
person comes back with like this copy paste. Actually, in order to clinically be diagnosed as a ped, you have to have actually touched the kid, this, and this. So I don't think he did any of those things. So I'm like, oh,
Oh
you're
my.
a MAP. You're an MAP. They want to be called minor attracted persons to
Oh,
remove the stigma. Um I'm
that's
like, dude,
crazy.
in the dictionary, that is ped. Okay?
Mhm.
That's what you are. Like,
Mm.
that's what you are. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
a whole thing.
that sounds like a whole thing. Oh, I also want to talk about this is going to be a tough one because I don't know where to start, but because I'm actually transracial stuff, how people want to be.
Oh.
Because that's it's so difficult because the argument then becomes if someone is born with a penis, but they say, hey, I feel like I should have a vagina. Well, then the question becomes then if they're willing to change, why can't someone change their skin color then if they felt like they were born in the wrong skin? I mean, it's kind
Well,
of opens up it does open up a conversation here, you
yeah,
know?
it's a conversation because it's multi-layered. Like, you can have a penis and feel like you're a woman, but you don't need to have a vagina because it's about your role in society. And you can change your skin color, but that doesn't change your race. You just
Mhm.
have a different skin color. So it's like it is so multi-layered because it's not as straightforward
It's
as
not, but
you
for the
want to.
first time, at first, at face value, I was like, these people are crazy. Like, as far as the whole transracial thing, I was like, no, they're stupid or crazy. Then I really thought about it. Like, one of those boring moments you have when you're just like, well, at least for me, I'm like lying on my bed, staring at the ceiling, don't want to watch TV or anything. And I'm just thinking, like, hmm. Like, like, because
Mhm.
what if someone genuinely, like, it's insane, but to me, at first, it was insane, but I'm like, damn, what if someone genuinely was like, hey, I was born, some people are trolls though when they do it, but I was born, I don't know, I was born to be black, like some people say, right? I'm born
Mhm.
to be black and
Yeah,
they're
a lot of
white.
people,
Yeah.
I hated that era when anyway, continue. A lot of people used to say that. That used to be a thing. There's a black woman inside of me. That used to be a thing.
What I hate being
But
called colored. I hate being called colored. Like,
who says that?
the people who I work for, they call me colored, and it's so annoying.
Do you correct them?
I don't because they find it so they just use it all the time.
No, ma'am. No, 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 please.
Yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
no, 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 girl. No,
yeah.
no. No, 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 no,
Because they don't even know because
no.
they are the type of people that they don't you could tell they
Mm-mm.
don't have black friends.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't
the
matter. They need
so
to
they
be brought
don't
into the new world.
yeah,
No,
I
girl,
work for
girl.
them. I work for them and
Really
I'm
sick.
like I just don't have the energy to teach them
To
what they should
to
already know.
continuously remind
I
them.
don't
Yeah,
have
I
it because
know.
they're already weird because they don't have black friends. So they're making sure that they say everything right they do everything
So
right.
more
And
reason
so
to correct them. So
I don't want to because I don't have the time for that shit. I don't have the time to tell them why
I don't know
they
how
shouldn't.
you.
If I have to tell you to stop calling me colored, then we have a whole nother conversation. I just
Yeah,
don't have.
yeah, it needs to be had. I mean,
Yeah,
I understand it's exhausting.
I'm not their
I
prince. I'm
understand.
not their like.
I
They go on Google all the time, so I don't want to like.
I just it reminds me of people who they change their name because people aren't pronouncing their name right. To me, it just feels like how can you deal with the the energy it would require of me to handle the disrespect is more than me just correcting the people until they get it. That's
Yo,
for
Kat said the
me.
same thing. I don't even like people of color. Yo, but so when I first heard people of color, I
Yeah, I don't
thought,
like it
and
either.
I heard it from Smoky Glow, right? And I know she's, I know she doesn't mean anything by it. She's literally just trying to help. But I remember hearing it. I was like POCs, and she's like the POC community, the POC. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about POC? I Google it, and it says
It's like,
people of color, and I
but
said,
now that's what's used politically. I hate it because number one, POC is literally everyone who's not white. Like that is the majority. It just feels weird that we have to have a special word to describe the majority of the planet.
yeah.
That is weird to me.
Yes.
I don't like that.
I know, I absolutely guys, and by the way, I just like to reiterate that I like Smoky Glow, I watch her content, but I'm just saying, like, when people say things and they don't know, they don't it's like they don't know if it's offensive or not. They think they're helping by saying POC,
Yeah,
POC
they
because that's
think
what people
that. Yeah,
yeah. But
I
it's
get.
annoying. It's absolutely annoying. Like people of color, like it's like I think of like a
Yeah.
slave picking cotton every time I hear colored, color.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
a slave like picking cotton. You're
It
colored.
feels like the other because the other thing is, I guess they don't want to use the word minority. I guess, but it's like you're you're still describing something that you're putting all of us in one boat. It's not like you're talking about a certain race or ethnic group. You're talking about everything that's not white. That's like
Mhm.
huge. That's like it would make more sense to say not white people. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's weird to me. It reminds me of calling people colored.
No,
It's
but
put
here's the thing though, because I'm just reading the chat. I don't have anything like people made a huge deal. To me, that's even more race. Like, excuse me. When Justin Bieber had dreads, I didn't
mhm,
find anything. Here's the thing. It kind of makes it even worse. You're like, because when people are saying you're trying to be black by copying them, the
mhm.
colored people, when in reality, it's Justin Bieber's dead tissue on his head. If
Yeah.
he wants to twist it into dreads, that is him. That what makes him him. But that's not. Now, here's a difference.
Here's why people
Blackfishing is Kim K coming out looking black. You know what I mean? That's
mhm.
different than what Justin Bieber's. It's such a huge conversation here. It's different than Justin Bieber doing dreads
Yeah.
because now you're telling someone that they can't
They
style
can't
their
do
hair.
something to their hair.
Yeah.
I Cuz I personally I also believe, you can do to your hair what you want. But I understand that there's such a history of taking elements that are associated with black people and just putting it on a white person so that white
Mhm.
person will sell more. That history runs so deep in this country that
Say that again. I missed
taking
it.
taking elements of something that's associated with black people and putting it on a white person
Yeah. Like
to
I didn't like.
for the and maybe for the purpose or not for the purpose, but the end result usually is that white person will make more money than the people who do that, and they're considered low lives, considered dirty
Weave.
hair.
Mhm.
They're yeah. And also the cultural appropriation aspect of it is in the Caribbeans, dreadlocks are actually very spiritual. So it's like, do you even know the purpose of doing that to your hair? So I understand why people take offense, but I also understand that like you should do whatever you want to do to your own body.
Mhm. like, I understand that. I think it becomes a problem when, let's say, Kim K is wearing braids, and then all of a sudden, Kim K made braids popular when Black people have been doing that for years. You know what I mean? Or weave, like, oh my gosh, now so and so is wearing extensions and now it's all sold out, when in reality they're not the ones who made, like, you know what I mean? Like, we were already wearing it.
The idea is like the it's popularizing and monetizing something that another group has been doing for a long time and has been demonized for it and penalized for.
Mhm.
That is why it's offensive.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. I think a lot of these tensions would be reduced if America would just give reparations to the correct people already. But
Mhm.
that's a whole, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
discussion.
I know. There's just so much. There's so much to. There's a lot when it comes to all this. I don't even know how I got on to all of this, but
I don't know. I mean, I totally understand. I'm for individualism, but I also understand, like, when you look at the wider picture, why some things would be seen as offensive.
I didn't say Kim's no, because Kat's saying like Kim K never said she invented braids too. I'm not saying
She
that.
didn't say that, but she's perpetuating that.
I don't know necessarily. Like, all I'm saying, what I'm saying with Kim K here is that she does blackfish. Okay, she does blackfish, and two, I'm not saying she is the. I'm not saying she's like, guys, braids are in because I'm wearing them. What I am saying is that because Kim K wears braids, all of a sudden people are now giving her the credit of, oh well, because she's wearing braids, now we're gonna have this
And she
style,
doesn't
etc.
do anything to denounce it.
Right. And so that's what we're saying, like, because she can see all this. I mean, you know what I mean?
Sees
She's
it.
not dumb.
She's Kim K. She sees it.
Yeah. She's not dumb. So now, and then now the excuse is, well, I have Black kids now, so it's like, but still, it would be nice if she had said, if she said something.
She was doing it before she had the Black kids, the actually biracial, multiracial.
The one thing I didn't agree with was Tyler Perry. Like, Tyler Perry, when she came out with at the Met Gala, when she looked like, I don't know, a freaking black curtain, the Tyler Perry was like, oh, that's blackface, and that's why she'll never be in any one of my movies ever
That's
again.
too much.
That was a little bit too much. I was like, really? that was I did not consider that like whole blackface by, you know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
So
that's a lot. You know, okay, I need to write this down because all of this discussion makes me want to talk about Alec Baldwin's wife. We'll talk about that in the next live. Wait, did you told me or what? We didn't talk about it.
No, this was like another disagreement.
Did we talk about it on the phone?
No, we talked about it on the phone, and I was disagreeing with you the whole time.
Girl, you don't think it's weird to lie that you're from Spain and put on this whole persona that you're from Spain?
That's not what I was disagreeing with. But
okay,
that's not.
I don't remember. I remember we talked about it. I don't remember
we talked about it, and I agreed with like the phoniness and her saying, like, you educated me on like her whole shit because I didn't know anything about it. But
we'll talk about it in the next podcast.
Yeah,
that's so intriguing, and then we can talk more about this transracial stuff.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. Yeah, I'm not really certain how we got here, but we have a lot of clips to make highlights.
Oh, Z knows what I'm talking about. Hilaria. Oh, Hilaria. España es mi casa. Bitch, your name is Hillary.
Okay, so Kat goes, also, why is it okay to lighten your skin but not darken your skin?
Wait, it is okay to darken your skin. Wait, see, this is all the nuance. I immediately said it's okay to darken your skin because white women are tanning all the time, and Black people, we kind of harass you if you're lightening your skin. I don't know what race Kat is, but
so Kat,
depending on the community, lightening and darkening your skin means something different. I didn't even think about that.
Right. So, Kat, there's a difference between tanning and then there's a difference between black fishing. While we're here, before we end this real
Yeah.
quick, I'm just going to type up Kim K black fishing because I'm going to show you the photo I'm talking about. She's in the braids and she looks pure black. Like, let me just show you this before we end. Because so you can just get an idea what I'm talking about. It's okay to tan, but well, they really don't want fishing to be black fishing to be a thing. All right.
Jesse Nelson is also a good example.
This really wasn't. Was this the photo? There was a photo that I saw and I was like,
Yeah,
so
it's not gonna
bothered by.
be. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna
not
be
gonna
on
be like.
Google.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the front. Hold on, let me go to Bing because there was no. This wasn't it. They're trying to. They do this thing with celebrities where.
They try to all the controversial pictures. They
Yeah.
pay them to remove it.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. See that Bing.com.
See, with being blackfishing is a word.
Yeah. See, this was it right here. This was it. This was it. This was it.
Google
This was it.
really thought they was slick.
Right. This was it right here. Like this was it. This was the exact photo. I was like, why are you serious right now?
And it's like it's so hard. How do you describe to like somebody who's not super familiar with black people things? How do you even describe it? Because sometimes like I'll be trying to explain something and they don't even know what I'm talking about. I remember like I would be trying to describe racial things regarding hair
Mhm.
and I had to realize the people I'm talking to don't even understand that black people have a literal different completely different type of hair. Like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they don't know. I don't know. So sometimes it's like how do you make sure you explain in a way that they get it? It's more than just darkening your skin.
It is, but look between her hands right here. You can see how dark she went because in between you can see like the real
Yeah.
skin tone right here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She went like super dark and it's like why did you go super dark, get lip injections, get butt injections?
I mean, she can do all that stuff, but it
Which
just seems like
you're
she's
free to
trying
do
to
it.
just be a different, race.
You're free to do it, but when we see the type of people you're tending to date, the type of community you're tending to try to get into, like all of it added up,
Mm-hmm.
it makes you feel suspicious. Whoa, they called her Nigerian Kim Kardashian. Nigerian.
I just saw it. But I like to state because I feel like a lot of people now think just because Kim K is doing this, listen, I will state this. Just because Kim Kardashian does shit like this, I also look up to her in so many other ways, like her
Mhm.
freeing people out of prison. I mean, her trying to become a lawyer, already passing the baby bar exam. Like, don't get me wrong. Just because I'm pointing this out, that doesn't mean all of a sudden I dislike Kim Kardashian and what she's done. That's not true. I'm just talking about blackfishing.
This
here.
particular thing.
Because I'm like, no, I totally look up like I think it's amazing. Like whether the chick passes the bar exam or not,
the fact that you want to be a lawyer, you don't have to be. The fact that you use your celebrity status to try to help people who shouldn't be in prison anymore. Like I know a lot of people want to shit on Kim. I'm just not one of those. I'm not one of those people who's going to shit on her because she had a sex tape however many years ago. Like I don't know. I think she's done some admirable things. I agree.
Yeah. So I like it. So because I feel like when you talk shit about someone or talk about something a lot of people don't like to talk about, they automatically assume that you completely dislike everything this person has done, and that's not true.
We had the mysterious tea thing shows me that anytime I say anything about mysterious tea, But what about her video? It was a great video. Yes, I agree. It was a great video. Damn it. God damn. You have to reiterate. I get why you always do it. I get why you do that.
Yeah, I do, because we were a small channel. The video didn't hit 300 views yet, but there was like freaking 70 comments under it or some shit like that. I don't know. I just felt like that was a lot for just a mysterious tea video, but it opened up my eyes to things too. So,
But yeah, so like pull up Jessie Nelson.
Jessie Nelson.
Because she's the latest black fishing thing. Do you know who Jessie Nelson is?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, because you're spelling it wrong. But continue. I'm sure it'll correct you. I don't know who the first person is, but
is that her?
Yeah, that's her. So she was part of a group called Little Mix, and yeah, blackfishing. And so you can see just over time, she keeps darkening her skin, darkening her skin, darkening her skin. She does have naturally curly hair, but she would get bigger and bigger weaves and be darker and darker. She is also thicker. She's bigger than the other girls in the group. And so it's just kind of, she started plumping up her lips. It's just kind of obvious that she's trying to look black. And in my opinion, I think she did it because she realized that black people are more forgiving of thickness, or it's even considered a good thing. So I think she just thought, oh, if I can kind of look like maybe I'm black or mixed with black, people will stop bullying me, because she was getting bullied for her weight. That's kind of my theory, but
got it.
That's my theory. But towards the end, before she left the group, she was really getting dark. There's a music video where it's like, you are darker than the actual black girl in this group. and and it just, you can do, and Nicki Minaj, because she has a new song with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was defending her, and we're like, Nicki, why are you defending her? Because Nicki, of all people, she talks about these kind of things. So it's like, Nicki, why are you playing dumb?
Nicki Minaj defended the dude that got out of prison. What was his name?
Which dude? Bill Cosby?
No, she probably defended him. I don't know, but Tekashi something.
Oh God, yeah, Nicki. I don't know. That's enough. Hold on. Let me write down these topics that we'll talk about next time. We need to talk about Nicki Minaj, but yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. That's just another example of blackfishing. If you're curious to see another one,
but yeah. But oh my gosh, any last thoughts or comments before we remember, we're just trying to get to 3 hours, and now we're 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that was a good teaser for what's to come.
I know.
Oh, we said Nicki, we said Alec Baldwin's wife. Well, we might as well talk about Alec Baldwin a little bit too.
Oh yeah, that whole
that's more serious.
Yeah, we should probably. I mean, we could react to the ABC thing about
his interview.
Yeah, I didn't see it because I just
yeah, we'll see it. I have a lot to say. I'm very disappointed at anybody who's like, oh my gosh, he did an interview. Like, what I don't understand is, why do these dudes feel the need to make interviews? Jussie Smollett, now Alec Baldwin, the Prince. Well, who's that one prince who was with Jeffrey Epstein?
Why couldn't he make an interview? Okay,
because he outed himself. Yeah, we'll talk about it. He outed himself in the interview.
But yeah,
it's like, it would have been better for him to just say nothing. And with all of these guys, the Astroworld guy, Travis Scott, all of these dudes need to just shut up. Because when they do interviews, they make themselves look worse. They out themselves.
I know, but at the same time, you definitely want to, if you're being accused of something, your first initial reaction is to respond, to defend yourself.
But that's their first initial reaction. But these interviews are, they practice with their PR. These were planned out. This is not like, oh, let me get on live real quick to say I'm innocent. No, these were planned out things. And which we'll talk about next time. I just feel like y'all need to don't plan it out. Just don't say anything, or have your PR team write a statement for you, because they do horribly in these interviews. They make themselves look guilty. They make themselves sound like they have no remorse. It would have been better to just be silent.
It's so easy to be on the other side. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I'm just having sympathy or not.
Interview,
but it's so
see
easy.
What I mean.
I'm just saying, though, it is so easy to sit here and be on the other side of the people who are actually going through the interview. I'm just saying, it's so easy.
Well, what? No, it's when they say, listen, let me ask you this. Somebody accidentally shoots another person. The only time they cry during the interview is when they talk about how much they love acting. Does that sound okay? They also say, I have something in common with the person who's now dead. We both thought that the gun was safe. That I have something in common with okay, how about this? She told me to point it at her. These type of statements and actions make you sound like you have no remorse. All I'm saying is just watch the interview. Just watch the interview.
Listen, I wasn't out here shooting anyone. I don't know how it feels to shoot anyone, so I'm not gonna,
But it's not just based on their emotion. They planned, they rehearsed, they planned. This is not an in the moment.
I mean, they could have, you don't know if they very well pulled like a Donald Trump and started to read off of the teleprompter.
No, there's no teleprompter. Just watch it. There's no teleprompter. Just watch.
Well,
and then tell me what.
And tell me. No, I'm gonna watch it when we watch it here, because I'm not gonna watch it twice. So I'm gonna watch it
when we watch it here. Yeah, and you'll see there's no teleprompter. It's rehearsed. Right. He planned to say those things, and those were not the things that you say when you accidentally kill someone.
All I gotta say is that no one in their right mind is gonna go on live television and admit to a crime. Okay, I'm just saying.
No, you don't have to admit to the crime. You just have to not say some of the things that he said.
No matter how sorry a person is, I don't know. I have thoughts, but we will talk about it in the next live. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, there's Emily Black. That's the person who's going back and forth with me. And Emily said she's not a stan, but I don't know. You really are trying to make me a stan. I don't know why, but thank you for tuning in to that 5%.
Yeah, or that 1%, like people say. I'm just kidding. But honestly, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We just started this channel less than a month ago, so we really do appreciate it. And we will see you soon on the next live. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.